want to get back to work. That's what I do want to do.
Pull it back a little bit. A little bit.
You're getting paid.
You.
Still, your health comes first. Just
My job comes first.
Money's money, bro. Everybody gotta make it.
I just got a check today. I got one last week, the weekend, and I got one today. But yeah. I looked at it and I'm like, what a shame.
Yeah.
Fucking what a shame.
Yeah, how much they actually pay you since you're fucking hurt. That's the bad part about everything in America.
Oh, New York gets more on work, A&H.
Yeah, not so much though. Because I even looked at it
It's
too.
almost $200 and something more.
Yeah, but bro, listen, if you're bringing home, like for me, if I bring home $3,700 in 2 weeks,
Oh, yeah.
bro, I'm getting $600 or $700 a week. That's $1,400, bro.
No, you get 1,032 in New York.
No, it was like 800. It was like
I was getting 12
a week or every 2 weeks.
every week.
There was no way you were
I
getting
swear to God,
$1,200
I
every
will
week.
show you the receipts.
I would love to see.
Not on A&H.
There's no,
It
he
was
was
on
on
workers'
workers'
comp.
comp.
Yeah, that's different.
He was different.
That's different.
We're talking about fucking disability, bro.
Yeah,
Oh, I never was on
Workers
disability.
workers comp, they got to pay you your salary.
Yeah.
It's like a minus.
Oh, it's different.
Like, what is
If
it
they were
like,
paying my salary, I would never go back to work.
bro?
Why
Like
do you think I wanted to go back?
80. Yeah, but it's only 85%, bro. It's no
A&H
overtime.
is
It's
not
nothing.
even fucking...
So it's like scrap. You know
so-
what it's like? It's like
So if you're on disability, that gives you half.
Yeah.
not even. It's like
I
65%.
make 300. I make almost 3 grand a week.
So you make $3,000. So you
I bring
get
home-
15,
I get
17.
$800 every 2 weeks.
Oh,
Do you get
Every
17?
my
Every
bad.
week I get $800.
Oh man.
So it comes out to 16 something for 2 weeks.
Well, let's put this thing on the thing first. Let's talk about the show in the air, bro. We're talking and talking. We're gonna got tons of shit, but I'm just saying. All right,
I had tons of shit before I came.
good for you. I'm glad it's not here.
Yeah, I drained the tubes. I got in the car and I was like, uh-oh. I went back into the house.
I started walking. I'm like, yep, let me go back in the house. So I'll wait for Annie.
I mean, I could deal with the heat, bro. I can't deal with the humidity, bro.
No.
I can't. Give me 100. I don't give a fuck. But humidity, make that shit like 30%.
Fucking Jersey humidity.
It's like Florida. Florida's even worse with shit. We're getting like that now. We're getting like Florida fucking humidity. It's like crazy. Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's the White Room Podcast, episode 18. Man, it's been a long time, bro. 18 episodes. That's just crazy, right?
Yes, sir.
Today we got a full house. Chris is finally back,
Yes, sir.
and it's so nice. Oh, my God, it's Chris.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all of us again. It's me, Chris, and Keith again, and it's a new week and it's a new podcast. Hopefully everybody's doing good and enjoying this nice heat that we've got. And you could say, well, you know what? It is June, but I mean, this shit with like 76 degrees outside and 74% humidity.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
That shit's crazy, bro. It's like cutting cutting through. Like, well, if you're working outside, it's like fucking unbearable. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
You're sitting there and the sweat's just pouring off you.
Right. It's terrible. It was like yesterday.
Go ahead, Keith. I know you want to say it.
I don't know. I haven't been to work.
You still have to go outside,
soon
though,
you will
right?
be,
You gotta go
and
to
you'll
the
be
store.
back on the dock, and you're gonna be enjoying the same shit.
Yep, do
Yeah.
it with the joystick going.
Yep. You gotta get out and walk and all this other shit, and you're gonna enjoy
No, I'm
it.
not going back to the machine.
No, are they going to go back and
I'm
hug the
gonna drive a
machine
Hustler.
like, my baby?
Nope.
They're gonna make you do a hustler. You're gonna have to drive a truck.
You going to
I'm
hustle?
going to drive a truck
Why? Why are you doing that for?
because it's easier and I'm no stress.
Really? So you're in a better.
Better
You know,
position?
hustler's not a stressful position.
No.
What is that? You just transfer the trailers?
Yeah, I'm going to work with my friend Robbie on heavy lifts.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, okay, there you go. Fuck it.
Well, whatever works. As long as you're getting paid, nobody gives a fuck, right? You gotta make your money. You know?
That's like my job. I don't do the selection no more. I do the high-lows.
Why do you get fucking privileged service?
Because I'm
He was
high
like-
in the
he
seniority.
was like-
All right. Yeah. They looked at you and they said, you know what? If we give him a little bit too much hard work, he's gonna be out another year.
No, it's like...
Oh my God, my finger!
My other shoulder.
Yeah.
That's what I would have did.
Nah, they had me doing that, and then I started doing the letdowns and all that stuff.
Well, whatever. You know, it is what it is. Got to do the work. You know.
At least you're working.
Yeah, bro. Fuck it. I wish I had an easier guy. I got to do something with my life. I'm a mess, bro. I've been doing
Office.
No, I can't sit in an office, bro. Fuck that. Bro, all the office people are getting fired now. And it's crazy, too, because everybody's talking about, oh, how good the economy's going.
Yeah, full
Bro,
of shit.
look at all these ShopRites and Stop and Shops that are closing. Yeah.
Economy's doing better? Where?
Yeah, they're saying it's doing better, bro. No, it's fake. It's
A
bullshit.
case of chicken in my job went from 2020. It went from, this is before the pandemic. It went from $40 for chicken wings. Now it's $100
Holy shit.
for a fucking 40
60
pound
fucking
40 pound case of chicken.
A
Well,
regular
40
thing of
pounds.
chicken, like the one that you can slice like from Restaurant Depot,
Mm-hmm.
it's like 180.
Yeah, it's just insane.
It's like 160 to 180.
It's tripled or double the price.
I'm going to put your mic up a little bit, Keith.
My bad.
No,
No,
that's
I
good.
don't know what
No, that's why I got controls from here, bro. Let me see what Chris's is doing, since it's a new mic in there. Well, it's not new, but it's new to you. Yeah,
New
alright.
to use.
Yeah, no, it's good. All right, you're good. No, it's crazy because they were just talking about that, and they were saying how everything there is doing so much better. Like even in
Yeah,
my
right.
job, bro, they fired so many people, and they're just like yesterday on Thursday, one of the guys that basically started in the company, like when it was Time Warner Cable or all this other shit, he quit. He resigned right on the day.
You said fuck it.
Yeah, well, supposedly all the stress that they were piling on him, he was in the hospital for Sunday, Monday, and they figured out that he was AFib. He had AFib in his heart.
Yeah.
I mean, that's serious, but I mean, you could live with that for the rest of your life without a problem. You
My
gotta
mother
watch
has
it.
that.
Yeah, you gotta watch
You
it.
gotta definitely watch.
Yeah, I mean, look.
She takes medicine for that when she has AFibs.
Yeah, I mean, you could live normal with AFib.
It's like a little flutter she says she gets.
It's a flutter.
It's like the heart murmur.
It's a heart murmur, or like, you know, like I get occasionally like a flutter all the time, and you know that could be AFib. But when I went to the doctor, they didn't see it as that.
Yeah, everything was good.
Well, I mean, I didn't go to the cardiologist. I went to my doctor, and he heard it.
I got one for you.
No, I don't need one. No. You see, the problem is once they get you sucked into that shit, and then every day
we
you
go together.
No.
This guy was a heart buddy.
No. The whole deal is
So I don't want him to have that.
no, is
Just
like,
check up.
well, I feel if I lose a lot of weight, and I took my bike out today, I just fucking oiled the chain up.
Andy read a thing on, I forgot where it was. There was a bodybuilder.
Mm-hmm.
He had chest pains.
Mm-hmm.
He go to Zaja for a year.
The black guy? Bro, yeah, it's the dude. He had a massive heart attack. He had to get his chest cracked open and shit.
What the
and,
fuck?
And now, that's the dude that was on. Bro, it's been all over the place. That's the guy that's on internet.
And he's like
on,
the health. Oh, I know who you're
No,
talking
the black
about.
guy that they used to eat the gang. He used to eat like fucking nasty like,
Ramen noodles and all that.
ramen
stuff.
noodles,
Yes,
and he
I know
used to
you're
play
talking-
video games.
big fucking
yeah,
dude.
and used to work out. He's like this.
Yeah.
He had a massive heart attack. It was beyond massive, and they took him to the hospital. They had to crack his chest open. They had to do some kind of crazy procedure for him, and now he's 100% natural. He can't take shit. He has to eat vegan. He has to eat all these things. And if you see him now in the gym, he's about 120 pounds less, but he's still jacked. But because of all of the years of abuse of steroids and all that shit in the gym and all that crap, you could see like his
Supplements
skin
and all
is
that
fucked
shit.
up because now he's trying to clean out his body and stuff, and
Mhm.
like now he's promoting clean living and clean eating and stuff. But for how many years, you
You put a hurt on your body.
You
Yeah,
killed
all
yourself.
those years, and then it has him with these videos eating all that shit too.
and then carrying how much weight on you from muscle that, you know what I'm saying, that was, I'll hit you up, I didn't have to go this weekend. I hit Lido. Oh, okay. Yeah, somebody was behind me. Okay, great. No, it was Chris. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen that, and
So it don't matter how much good shape you're in.
no.
You can have it anybody.
Because listen, man,
You
you're-
be the biggest health freak and fucking go down like a ton of bricks.
yeah, because your body, especially your heart, it's just a muscle.
Well,
you know.
The kid that died at my job, well, he had a heart attack at home.
Yeah.
It was only probably a month before I had mine.
Right.
And he just turned 47.
See, the problem is there's a lot of people having heart
And-
attacks.
The thing was, he wasn't feeling good. took aspirin, went to bed.
Right.
It's just.
It's hard. It's hard. Like you have to know your body, and you know, for a situation like that, maybe it happened to him late at night. If like,
Happened to him.
well, you said you went
Morning.
to sleep. Oh, you
Yeah,
went to
he
sleep in the morning.
Yeah, he came home from work.
Oh, you worked that
7,
many. Right.
1 in the afternoon.
Right.
It happened to him like in between that.
The worst thing I
Wow.
feel is going to sleep. So if you don't feel good, stay up. You know what I mean? And wait to see what happens if it gets worse. Get yourself to the hospital, call the ambulance, do what you
I
gotta
feel
do.
good. I go right to bed and I knock out immediately.
Right, but you're younger than we are. Do you know what I'm saying? So you have to be ready for when the future comes.
I walked over here to get my car. I got breakfast. I didn't feel good. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. You have to be smart because you saved your own life.
Yeah.
You know?
I was like,
And-
and that's what they said. Thank God you did not go to sleep.
Right. You saved your own life. And you know, you listen to your body, you're like, what the fuck's going on? I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? Just get yourself, at least even if it was nothing and you went to the hospital.
yeah.
No, but what I'm saying
yeah,
is,
yeah.
and
Well,
if
that's
it
what
was,
happened to me in December.
yeah, but if it was even like, say if it was something less, right? And then at least you got, like, say if they had to put you on medicine or some shit, at least you took care of it, you know? But situations like that, like, you know, you gotta be, you have to be smart and watch yourself, like, you know?
Yeah.
And my thing too is like, I gotta get rid of these things, but, cause I focus way too much on this shit, like on the health watch.
I need
And-
one.
And
I don't want one because it'll drive me fucking nuts.
it does, it drives you fucking
It
nuts.
makes me
bro.
stressed.
Bro,
about
I'm
shit.
stressed up all the time when I'm looking.
That's why
like,
I don't want one.
I ran up these 4 flights. It was funny because I ran up yesterday. It was Thursday. Yeah, today's Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, I ran up like this one job, and I ran up the stairs like 3 flights of stairs with a bunch of stuff. And then I was sitting there, I couldn't catch my breath. I was like, "What the fuck?" So I looked at my watch, and I was like, "Oh shit, 164." I was like,
Because you ran up the stairs.
"Yeah." But I was
Of
saying,
course your
like,
shit's gonna be high because you ran up the
yeah, I
stairs.
know. I should have just maybe walked. But you know, whatever.
You're just sitting there and it's that high.
Oh no, that's bad. Yeah. So then I sat down for a sec.
Oh,
before I-
that's bad.
Yeah.
that's
And then I walked inside because I couldn't catch my breath because I was running so like up the stairs, and I'm definitely not physically fit to run. So I was like, all right. I sat down and then I turned around, I looked at my watch, and I was like, oh, 1:30. Fuck yeah, let's go. And I walked into the thing, I did what I had to do. And then I was pissed off because my last job, I went to the last job and I was pissed because I was like 5 miles or 6 miles away from the job. I was like, bro, there's nobody fucking closer? I was like, dude, I'm working on something else now. I was like, you know what, fuck it. So I went there, and then it's this place in Staten Island, it's Port Richmond, and it's all businesses. So all the lines run on the businesses, and they run between both, like, the streets, the side streets. So I get there, and there's a field service guy there, which was cool, and he was like, yo, they cut all the lines on the roof on that house over here. And what happened was they had the house behind the building, and the people who owned the businesses on Port Richmond, there was 2 businesses that bought the house together. So they were doing the siding. They had a siding company there, and they cut all the wires on top, on the roof, on the
Why
top.
the fuck would they do that?
Well, because I guess they just felt that they weren't being used, but those were feeding all the businesses on that one side of Port Richmond from the other side. So I was like, all right, how are we going to get up there onto the roof? Like, I want to get this done because this isn't really an outage for us. This is an outage for you, and I'm not going to leave you without helping. And he was like, I don't know. Well, we're going to have to. Well, what we can do is put the ladder up in the back, then climb the fire escape, and then jump off onto the 2nd floor. I said, I just ran a whole bunch of flare in the stairs. I was like, I'm not doing that. So I parked the bucket right on the side of the street, and I put my coats out, I put all this shit out.
That's what I would do.
And he said, what are you doing? I said, I'm going on the fucking roof with the bucket, bro. And it was like all the way extended the bucket. He goes, what do you mean? I said, I'll meet you up there. So
He took the bucket up.
So I boomed this shit backwards, went all the way up, and then passed all the power and all that other crap, and I parked the bucket on the roof itself, on the slant of the roof. I opened the door, and I walked out and walked onto the roof slant. So I walked onto the top, and I was holding onto the peak of the roof on the side. So the guy comes up, he's all sweating to death and shit. I said, damn, that must have sucked having to walk up and climb those things like that.
He's
He goes,
sweating, you just
yeah,
took a
he was
fucking
like, he looked at me, he goes, you're fucking crazy, man.
Rob's got his feet up in a bucket truck. Be like,
No, I was sitting on the roof. I was sitting on the peak.
I would have had But I've been suntanning up there.
I didn't. Hold on. I don't even think I posted it.
That's my juice is sweating.
I took a picture.
That was some
Am I
funny
underwear?
shit. That was some funny shit to see.
Yeah, look. That's us on the roof.
Oh shit.
You're fucking scene.
Yeah, so I put it up on the roof and shit, and I shut off the bucket and locked the bucket so that it wouldn't sway on me. So if I didn't, because once you let your weight out, it'll sway. So I swayed into the building, put it in. So I got on the thing, and he was like, "Bro, you're a fucking genius." And I was like, "Nah, dude, I'm heavy." And I just ran up a bunch of flight of stairs. Yeah. I was like, and you know what? Me and you just had this conversation in a job a week ago, and he started laughing. I said, "You called me heavy, bro." And I was like, I don't forget that shit. And he was like, bro, I don't mean you're fat. I'm sorry. He goes, I'm saying that you're bigger than me. And I was like,
there you go.
I was like,
What the fuck is that?
I was like, you just called me fat again. I was like, bro, I was like, do you
keep
want
your
me?
own digs.
I was like, can you?
I'm not fat. I'm just big boned.
So I said to him, I said, you got any of those pee hooks that you put on the side of the roof? And he was like, why would I want to do that? I said, because I want you to hold on to it when I push you. And he started laughing. He was like, nah, dude. He's like, can we just get this fixed? I was like, yeah. So I did that, and he was like, can I come down in the bucket with you? I said, no.
Oh.
Transportation.
No.
Can't enough room.
No, it's not even that. It's not too much weight. It'll break everything, and we'll fall to the floor and die. So I was like, bro, I was like, no. I was like, no, it was extended probably like 36 feet up.
Oh shit. You
Yeah.
don't need that thing collapsing.
Nah. And the way I parked it on the street, fuck.
Oh shit.
That's like these scissor jacks that people go up in these scissor jacks.
Oh, the
go high.
scissor
Oh,
lifts.
yeah. Yeah.
They're called scissor jacks.
Oh, whatever the fuck
Yeah.
they are.
Scissor
Just to
lift.
let you know.
It's scissor lift, whatever.
It's actually scissor jacks.
Same
But
shit.
It's on the side.
Yeah, whatever.
I went up to one. I was like, nah, bring me down.
Yeah.
Bring me down.
They-
I went up like 3 feet. I was like, nah, bring me down.
Those things go fucking high, man.
They wobble too,
Yeah.
and they shake.
Yeah, it goes
Where
like
the other
this.
ones? What's the other ones called? Where the bucket's in the back, and then you boom up. It's
Oh
like
yeah, it's
cherry picker. Or
Yeah,
something?
cherry picker. Yeah, yeah.
I drive those at work.
I don't
No,
think
no,
that-
it's different ones. Different ones. Not the
Oh.
cherry pickers like you selecting.
No,
It's cherry pickers that have the 4 wheels.
It has the
that-
4 wheels in the
it's
front
like a
and
truck.
the boom in his back.
Yeah, it's like,
Oh.
and it's like far back the boom,
Yeah.
and then you sit in it and you bring it up. And the problem is like when you're driving them, if you
Goes
hit a
like
bump,
this.
you could fly yourself out of the fucking bucket, the basket. Really, like you get hurt really
The
bad.
cherry picker I use, you go about 40 feet up, 30 feet up in the air.
Yeah, that's because you have the racks.
hmm
Yeah.
And then when
It's
I'm
totally
all the
different.
way up towards the top, and I'm
Yeah.
moving to get the shit,
Mhm.
things swaying like this. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh.
I used to work on it. I used to do the same shit, and then
That's
we
why
had
when you
the
pick up pallets, bring that shit back towards you.
yeah. We used to have the lane the lane ones where you drive the little car in, and then that little car opens and goes up. It goes all the way up, and,
I
then,
know what you're talking about.
and the forks come out, and then you pull the pallet from the fork, pull it in, pull it down, and go down.
That's how Lowe's is. The ones in Lowe's.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
We got.
Had that originally had
No, but
those.
Lowe's has the nice ones too.
Yeah, it's the blue ones.
Wait,
What are you talking about? The forklifts?
yeah, the side forklifts.
Yeah, side forklift.
It's a
yeah.
stand-up
What
forklift,
did we
right?
go to get that one time?
Uh,
Brooke was like, "Oh, I'll get the guys."
Oh, you're talking about the forklift that you stand up and it extends in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I drive those.
Yeah. Yeah. And it is what it is. That's cool.
I whip them fucking things
I
at
left
work.
it to the guys. They're like, "Watch out, coming through."
Yeah.
You could hear the forklift coming through.
Not only that, they close off the lane
Yeah.
from all the way one side to the other side. Like if something's gonna happen, or something's gonna roll off the top and roll at you, or something hurt you.
Don't worry, I'll bring my heart out in.
I'll bring my safety vest, or I'll go into aisle 3 and
Yeah.
get safety gear. It's fucking crazy.
I laugh. You stand on the crane. Everybody's like, "Put your safety hat on, your safety helmet on it." I look up. I'm like, a piece of metal this big is gonna kill me anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what it is. It's just for the small shit. That's all it
Yeah.
protects you from. Like even for us, it's like
But there's nothing small that's gonna fall from a crane.
right. Or if a live wire falls on me, regardless if I'm wearing my helmet or not, what's gonna happen is the live wire is gonna push it off my helmet and onto my shoulders.
The bolts are this big.
Yeah.
That's still gonna kill you.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
especially
I mean, it's gonna bounce off the hard hat,
Right.
but it's still gonna crack it.
Yeah. Well, the suspension in a lot of those hard hats too, especially if they're not like if you don't change them, it'll just be like wearing a baseball cap, and that shit will go right through your fucking skull.
I get one every time I go to the ship.
Yeah.
Just take it out of the office.
Yeah. Why not? Yeah. Safety first.
I wear it for 3 days and I throw it in the garbage.
I remember at my job, there was a fucking guy driving the high-low and shit. So he was doing like a drop now. It's like 6 levels up. And he was pulling something out. It was like turkeys. It was a little turkey on the top. It fell. Boom! Hit the floor. It sounded like a bowling ball.
Oh, shit. It's probably frozen.
It was, and there was a guy at 5 feet away from it and almost hit him. He would have been dead.
Dude, it would have been over with.
A fucking frozen
safety
turkey.
gear. Yeah, he would have had a turkey on his shoulders, like where his head was. It's crazy. So how's everybody else been? I mean, everything's been good, right?
Yeah, I can't complain.
Yeah. Shit's been crazy hot though. I can't get used to it.
I don't know, I've been in the house all week.
Fuck, bro.
This guy's in the air conditioning.
Bro, I'm in air conditioning for my drive from one job to the other job. That's my happy point.
I
is
have
just
to say
drive.
the same thing.
I don't go out during the day.
I work in the freezer, so.
Nah, it's good for you.
Oh yeah. Until you feel your fingertips start going numb.
I don't. Well, you know what? That's the same thing as working in the winter too, because
I have the hand warmers in the gloves. I have like 2 packs in each hand. But
I don't. Those things don't last for. Well, you talking about those little brown ones?
the big ones, the
Oh,
18-hour ones.
Oh, 18 hour. Don't. Yeah, but then you end up burning your skin too. On them.
No, I don't put them on the palm. I have 2 gloves. So the outer one, I put the 2 and then the glove on the outside.
Oh, I got
So
you.
your hand is sweaty and it's gonna get cold anyway.
It's gonna smell like asshole when you take your hand. I'd be like,
But,
ooh.
I love you guys that wear like the.
oh, that reminds me. Did I get any mail?
I already gave it to Priscilla.
I ordered gloves. For
I already gave it
refrigerator.
to Priscilla.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Like an email, he said.
No,
Yeah.
I ordered
And it's
more.
fucked up. It's like, yo, all their mail comes here, and then it's like, and
No, because people steal shit in my
and it's
place.
like, I'm getting phone calls and shit like, did I get any mail today? I don't know. Go outside and check your fucking mailbox. Oh, you want me to check my fucking mailbox?
Like the post office?
Yeah, I had a whole bunch of, yo, between that and the cheer boxes that come, bro. Yo, it's like,
It's like grand sensation.
Yo, I get out of work the other day. It was a Wednesday. I was fucking tired as shit. I came home. I did some stuff in the house. I sat down for like 20 minutes. And I hear ding ding, like
Amazon.
the ring bell. So I was like, nah, fuck it. Maybe the kid will get it. And then I'm like looking. I'm like, man, kids ain't doing shit. I'm like, all right, let me get up and go. So I got up, walked to the door, and there was a pile of shit. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. And then what they did was they piled it at the door.
Oh.
So you can't even open it?
So I can't open the door. So instead, I just took I took my foot and I went boom, and all the shit went flying all over the place. I was like, why did I do that to myself? Now I gotta pick it up. I was like, there was shit everywhere. I opened the door and I was throwing stuff there. Like, be careful, there's stuff in there for this school. I was like, oh wait, what'd you say? There was stuff for the school.
Right down the stairs.
Wait a minute. You know your shit was coming, huh? Why don't you answer it when they fucking come? When I sit there and tell you Amazon's outside.
I know I have a problem. I keep pitching. If you see me doing that, it's just because I know it's because I have something in my chest.
Okay. I wasn't even paying attention to
Danny
that.
said it. When her father had the stent put in,
Huh?
he used to rub his chest.
Right,
And I noticed I've been doing that a lot myself.
right.
Because we always say, why do you keep doing that? He goes, because I know I have something in my heart and I know it's there.
Well, do you physically feel something? No.
No.
Right? No. Psychologically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
You got your ribs over your heart.
Yeah.
You can't feel anything.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you know,
No.
you never know, like, different way of it beating or something, or
I mean, I never haven't noticed.
right.
But you know it's something there. And it's like,
Well, yeah.
it's
Psychological, bro.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
you're gonna be going back to work like this. You
Yeah.
look like a freaking heroin addict.
They'd be like, "Are you having a withdrawal, sir?" Be like, "Yeah, I went from drinking beer to heroin." Yeah, it's been a really
bad a
bad.
month.
Yeah, it's been a really bad couple months for me.
I flipped the switch quick.
Be like, "Yeah, one extreme
I
to
went
the
from beer
other."
to fentanyl.
Yeah, oh, fentanyl, forget about it.
Oh, fuck.
Forget about it. Yo, you would lose all your teeth in a day if you were lucky. You see some of those people on fentanyl, bro?
I watched that thing on YouTube about the place in Philadelphia.
Mm.
Kingston.
Oh
Kingston
my
Road or
god,
something?
yeah. That's Nod Street and all that
Oh
crazy
my God.
shit.
We're in Philly?
Vampires.
Yeah.
They call them Zombie Land.
Yeah.
Zombie Land.
It's a home of fentanyl.
Yeah, they clean it out, and as soon as they clean it out, there's more people coming.
Bro, and it's like people are just stuck in animation in the streets, like not moving from the drug and
No
shit.
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, look it up.
Bent over.
What is it called? Zombieland in Pennsylvania, Philadelphia.
Arizona has this shit too.
Yeah, Arizona,
Phoenix.
California's real bad.
They have a zombie land in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yep, it's right in Phoenix. They're hooked on this thing that they call the blues, and the blues is
Fentanyl.
it's fentanyl, and it's
Oxycontin.
yeah, it's like they got like Heisenberg out in Phoenix, like
Shit.
breaking. They're still Breaking Bad. The show is over, but they're still doing it.
They're still doing it. It's in the same area.
Yeah, they call it the blues, baby blues. Same shit.
It's like some guys sell it for like $10. Some guys sell
Not
it.
even that, dude. The one girl was like, she was getting it for $3-4.
Yeah, but it was low as doses.
Right.
There's high doses
Right.
where you could go up to like $60. I watched all that shit every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, it's crazy, the addiction.
I told you I became like a YouTube fanatic.
Oh, dude, well, that's good, man. You got to bring that to the podcast.
Research.
You see, dude, this is what I do all week, bro. I do this all fucking week, and I store pictures and shit so I can remember things. And bro, I have for my 7 years for my job, right? I got AirPods, like Series 2 ones, right? Because I already lost the Pro ones. I turned my head when I looked out the window of my truck. I was looking, and somebody said something. I went, "What?" And the fucking AirPod went, boom, and it took off. And I was like, "Yo!" And it like ran over, like car ran it over. And I was sitting there. I was like, "Bro." So I just took out the other one, and I went, phew, and I threw that one too. I was like, "Bro."
Yeah, fuck it.
Like,
Yeah.
can't you use this one?
You could, but I mean, what's the sense? Like, so I just threw it out, and then I got like a new pair, for being 7 years or whatever. So all I do is I sit in like podcasts and shit, and like say if I'm at a location and I'm working, I'll just listen to whatever's going on and stuff, so I don't have to It's like I always need something, even when I'm working in the air and shit, just to keep my mind off of stuff. Like it helps me think, like it keeps me going. But I listen to actually way too many of these crazy conspiracy podcasts because like I'm driving
What
myself
about this
crazy.
scientist thing? Did you ever see that?
What?
Where there's a group. It's a scientist. I forgot the name of them.
Scientology?
Yeah, Scientology people.
That's a
And
cult.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
they're
a cult.
taking people and trying to brainwash them and fucking them up.
It's
And-
true with the brainwashing.
Yeah, and
they got one in Florida.
And
My
people,
father-in-law told me.
there's a guy
about.
that's fighting against it, and they stands outside, and they're like, "Oh, you can't do that, sir. You can't do that." He goes,
Oh yeah, but that's the Tom Cruise shit.
he goes,
Tom
I
Cruise
go-
is in there.
He goes, "I can do who the fuck I want. I'm not on your property. I'm on
Right.
the fucking street."
The problem is those people have such a following,
Yeah.
and and the problem
Yeah.
is that the mega rich people are part of that because, you don't want to, listen. Every group there's
And you
there's
work, when you work for the Scientology.
Right.
All the money goes
well,
to the Scientology.
you work for the clique, just like the people used to go to Epstein Island. Right now, that was all big time politicians and rich people and musicians. Look at the shit with Diddy. P Diddy like fucked everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? His
Especially
dick was in
Will Smith.
everybody.
Pedophile.
Especially Will Smith was like this.
Yeah, but
There was a following, they said.
there was Will Smith. There was fucking Chris Rock. Not Chris Rock. What was
Kevin
that
Hart.
other guy? Who was it?
Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart. Yeah, Kevin
Usher.
Hart.
Justin Bieber.
Usher. Justin
I don't
Bieber.
think Usher was involved.
Yep.
I thought it was another guy.
No, Usher
No, it was
was.
Usher.
Usher
And
was.
Justin
when he
Bieber?
was
Justin
when he was a
Bieber?
kid.
There was a lot of shit. There's so much stuff. But you know what? Those groups, and then they label groups like the Masons involved in that too, because there's a lot of money that's spent in that. Like you gotta there's a lot of money. You know what I mean? And that's how it goes. Like you always have fanatics though. You have people that take it to a different level and make it more than what it actually seems, or like makes you think that there's so many secrets and shit that like, oh, they rule the world or they make all our decisions and shit. It's weird. Scientology is a religion.
Yeah, I never.
Yeah,
I just seen it on Facebook, not Facebook, YouTube, and I'm like,
And I heard you can't associate with anybody on the outside
that's
either.
No.
exactly
No.
brainwash.
yeah. It's,
And if
it's
you do, then you're
either exiled or
exiled. Yes.
And the
miss-
guy's like,
missing.
"Oh, did they give you your book? The book?" And the one guy who was part of it, he was like, "There is no such a thing as a book." He goes, "Don't fucking tell me there's no such a thing as a book." He goes, "I freed people from your fucking cult."
Yeah, dude, there's tons of shit.
Yeah.
And it's just, especially like with stuff like that, Scientology and shit. Like you can read and go through that. Like my dad used to read L. Ron Hubbard and read all that stuff, and to find out later in life that shit was a cult. You know, and
Wow.
it's just, yeah, well, I mean, he wasn't in it, but they made books for bettering yourself. But those books are just like you reading them, but there was actually a following behind that. You know what I mean? Because look at those people in Waco. Remember all those people that killed themselves because they thought they were going to fucking ride the comet?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, this guy, that dude, right? He was just having free sex with every girl that was in that place. He had how many goddamn wives? And he had these dudes brainwashed that they were going to be led to salvation by riding with him on a fucking comet. Come on, bro. You know, what does it take for like somebody to actually sit there and think and be like,
here's
yo,
something funny. Waco is probably like the highest crime area
yeah,
in,
yeah.
in Texas.
And then you had a whole crazy bunch of white people sitting in a fort, yo, armed with M60s and fucking guns and shit. They had their own arsenal.
I watch about like the gangs and all that, and they're like, oh, Waco, Texas. I'm like, holy Christ.
Yeah, it's crazy. But that kind of brainwashing shit is like, what are you getting promised? You couldn't promise me nothing because you know what? I already know that there is nothing that you can give me. I already know that even this world, there's nothing that you can give me.
Yeah.
It's about me taking.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? If I want
getting it
something,
yourself.
I gotta take that shit. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna give it to me. And the shit with religion gets crazy because people get to become like fanatics with shit. And they, you know, like, perfect example, even the Catholic Church. There are some fanatics, bro.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you know, listen, all this
I don't belong to
conspiracies,
Catholic.
bro, all the conspiracies between the Catholic Church, the Vatican, and everything else.
I went to Catholic church, school and church, and then when I was younger. But now, as you're older, you actually see what's going on.
Well,
You know?
yeah, you see
Behind
but
the scenes and shit.
Even like you think about it though, it's like even with your parents, right? Say you're at your age now and this and that, right? And even with your kids, right? You're still telling your kids to follow, like, if your kid wants to be going to confirmation, you have to be part of the church. You have to do the sacraments. You have to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
As much as you don't believe it, you still have to do it because if you don't, then you won't be able to get married in a Catholic church. You won't be able to, you know, it's about the same thing like you just said. It's not, you don't want to call it a cult because it is a major religion and it's, you know, but it's still being part of a group that if you're not in it, you can't be part of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not like you just not go to church for 8 years, go in and say, oh, my kid doesn't go to CCD classes, doesn't do anything, but I want them to receive Eucharist. You know, they're going to look at you and go,
Yeah.
do you even believe in God? You know, what do you believe in? What are you? You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Like, you got to be part of it to be in that. And, you know, religion is crazy. There's too much stuff. Like, you could do 8 podcasts just on fucking religion.
I know.
Especially like the Vatican secrets, conspiracies. Crazy. You know what I'm saying?
My kids are Protestant, so they
Cool.
don't do the
Protestant.
communions and
Right.
confirmation.
Right. And every religion, right, is different.
Yes.
So here's the deal. Everybody follows one God, right?
Yeah.
Depending on what you call him, you know, Allah, Jesus, God, whatever you call him. So everybody follows a God, but everybody interprets it differently.
That's
what
who's
it is.
playing with the chat.
That's him dragging something. Yeah.
Oh, that's the puppy.
Yeah. Huh?
That's the puppy.
Probably, yeah.
He's dragging the cage
With Cooper?
with Cooper around.
Oh, that fucking dog. Bro, this
Sounds like
afternoon-
somebody's doing construction.
Bro, he almost made me gag,
What the
bro.
fuck is that? It sounds like
Probably
horses.
He gets they call them zombies. He gets zombies and then he starts running around the house at like full speed. And if he jumps on you, he's tackling you. You're getting knocked over.
Oh shit.
I've gotten knocked over plenty of times. And
He's a running back.
oh, he's fucking heavy. He's really heavy. And when he starts those
And
gears
that was
up,
supposed to be a
little puppy.
little one.
Yeah. Oh.
Or you know what? They were trying to let Cooper out and they were holding him. And that's
Oh,
every
maybe.
time they try to, we have to get like Cooper to go out. He wants to eat him.
No, the funniest when he started running from Cooper in the backyard.
What was that?
Memorial Day weekend. He was so afraid of Cooper. It was so funny.
That's funny. A big
Cooper came
dog
over and
that
stole his
size.
hot dog.
Yeah.
Like, that's mine, bitch.
Cooper stole his hot dog.
Small ass dog.
Yeah.
Took his hot dog. I said,
It's
"You're
Cooper's
my
yard."
bitch."
And it was funny, like the other night, he slipped out and he went to chase Cooper, and Cooper started flipping out, and dog Bruce just stood on him. He just stood on him, and he was looking at him, and the dog couldn't even move. He was just like paralyzed on the floor. I was sitting there, I was like, "This is getting bad. This dog's gonna kill him."
I think he's more into playing with him.
He does. He wants to
Yeah,
play.
he wants to
But
play.
Cooper don't want to play. He wants to hurt him.
Yeah.
He's
And-
friendly though.
Who? Bruce is friendly, yeah, yeah. But it was funny today. The guy next door who's doing the work in the backyard for her, they came in. They already did the new deck for her because her deck fell apart. So the guy that was there today is just the dude that's always there that does like the work in the house. And I was in the backyard cooking the bacon for the BLTs, and Bruce was running around and this and that, and he came over our side of the fence and leaned over into the fence, and Bruce looked and he took like look at him, and then he ran over to where he was and he sat down and he stood up and he was staring at
Oh,
him.
protect your property.
And so I said,
yeah,
so he looks at me, the guy, and he was like, "Oh, is this a good dog? Is this a nice dog? Like, is he gonna bite?" I said, "Well, listen, I wouldn't lean over again." I was like, "He's a puppy." I was like, "He's only about 10 months old." I was like, "And normally he's a really good dog." I said, "But he just took attention to you, and now he's sitting there. So I mean,
he don't know you.
and he don't know you. He's not barking, but he's probably waiting for you to make a move again so that he can bite you." And he was like, "Oh, okay." Then he was like, "No. Listen, I know I've had pit bulls."
That's funny because he barely seen me,
Yeah.
but he didn't go after me.
No, because you came in the house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was.
And now, if he was sitting at the door and he saw you coming up the stairs, he would sit at the door, and it's like to see what you were doing. You know what I mean? So I just told the guy, I said,
All right, I see what you're saying.
yeah. So I was like, because he does it too. Like with the UPS guy he came with a huge package. So I opened the door and I forgot that he was here that day, and he comes flying out, and the guy was like, "Oh, I like dogs." I said, "No, not this dog," and he was like, "Oh, it's a pit bull." He goes, "No, pits are okay." I said, No. And he flew out the door. I dropped the package, grabbed him, and then pushed him back inside and put him in the package. He goes, "Oh, he doesn't like when people come to the house." I said, "Well," I said, "He don't know you." I was like,
He's protecting his area.
yeah, well, all dogs kind of have that same kind of intuition, but the problem is when you got a dog that's 75 pounds already,
Yep.
and you're just a baby.
I can't wait for him to see over a year.
Yeah, well, I would say like 2 years he'll be maxed out at his size.
He'll be more mellow too. Once
Oh,
he
yeah,
gets
he's gonna be
once
calm.
he gets neutered and stuff, he'll be more mellow.
When did she say she was
Is he
doing
fixed
Has to
yet
be
or
a year.
no?
No, not yet.
He has to be a year.
Yeah, no,
A year?
they set up an appointment
They
already.
won't do it unless they're a year.
It was
Alright,
like
gotcha.
it was like a year and 3 months or some shit they said, or something like that. I
Yeah,
forgot
once he
what
gets
it
neutered,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of his energy is gonna just.
Yeah, because he's
Yeah.
running through the house at 100 miles an hour, breaking everything in his fucking way. Tidal wave.
I walk in that house, he just starts wagging his head, not his tail, his head. He's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, "What the fuck you doing, you dumbass?"
I came in like a couple nights ago, a couple days ago, and I didn't even know he was here because sometimes she takes him, and then like it'd be one day, and then 4 days he's here. So I came in and I was tired. I was like limping, my side was hurting, and I walked in. I had like shit in all of my hands. He jumped on top of me, and I just exploded, and I fell to the floor. I was just like, "All right, just leave me here. Just leave me here." You know what? I'm gonna be here until tomorrow morning.
Like the shit fell out of your hands.
Yeah, I was just
he's,
like,
he's a really good dog.
Yeah.
Like when Memorial Day, he just sat right on the side of us. On the gate, like
He
he
was
waited
probably a
on the
lot of
gate.
food. That's what it was.
No, he wasn't begging though.
No? I
did
wish
not-
I wish I was there. I
He
would have
did
fed
not
the puppy.
sit there and beg.
No.
Rob would have like, no, don't feed the puppy.
I was trying to give
No, we
him.
were feeding.
I was
Oh.
trying to give him bread,
Mm-hmm.
and he'll lick the bread and spit it out.
Yeah, because he didn't want the he wanted meat because
He
he,
wanted hot
knew
dogs and
everything that was
hamburger,
being cooked. He saw the burgers and shit. He was like, "Yo, I want the burger.
Not the fucking bread.
I want the bread."
No carbs.
It's like, "Yo, throw the bread away."
I was feeding the birds the bread, and he was trying to chase the birds.
Yeah.
The birds landed in.
Yeah. And then we
That's
had
funny.
birds for a couple days in the backyard, and then all of a sudden they disappeared. So
They're not
They were
going-
like, you have set of birds on this side, set of birds on the other side.
They won't come into this yard.
And Bruce was trying to get them, and as soon as he chased one bird, the other bird landed.
That's funny.
We got 2 squirrels too in the backyard every morning. Same shit because I put a can of cat food out for the cats around here because I get way too many cats at my door at night. Sometimes I sit there and I say, "Do I own you?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Did one of them? Because I leave the windows open sometimes down here, and Scooter can push the windows out and go out. So I don't, I don't know if it's a cat or not. So I put a can of cat food out, just a can with the food in it and shit. And this morning I came downstairs and he was like, "Oh, look, there's squirrels outside." I said, "Yeah, they're holding a can of cat food." I said, "Yeah, they're eating. Leave them alone." I was like, "Somebody's eating the shit."
Yeah.
It's
going to use.
Yeah, animals are smart, man.
In my backyard, we give them bread, peanuts.
Yeah, they're smart. Animals are smart. They'll keep coming back.
And they do.
Yeah.
We got 2 squirrels and about 55 birds.
Yeah, because they know that they can get a meal.
And at night we have 2 doves.
Right.
Oh, well.
And then they probably go to different parts and different places to get
They
food.
seem like they hang out around my house.
Or
So
for
you're
a
the
squirrel,
guy
maybe
that's
a
from
tree.
Home Alone that feeds the pigeons?
Yeah.
The
Well,
one
they-
No, not the pigeons. As soon as the pigeons come, we stop feeding them.
Oh.
Yeah, no, you don't want the
no.
pigeons, bro.
They,
Dirty.
Yeah.
Dirty, bro, dirty.
You mean like the sparrows? and
Sparrows,
stuff like
Sparrows,
that?
there's
Yeah, all right.
the blackbirds with the blue head.
Yeah.
There's that.
Blue jays?
No, it's not blue
No.
jay. It's
They're like a small crow.
yeah, it
Yeah.
looks like a crow.
Yeah.
But it's got like a tint of blue.
Yeah.
And you got the squirrels.
It's actually cute looking, like, it's nice, like that
Fucking
blue.
There was
Pigeons
one
are the
dead in
worst.
the front of my house the one day. I was like, oh.
I forgot what they're called. There's something. But
My lady was actually coming down my block and she was like, "Oh my God, look at that bird." I said, "Yeah, I got a bunch of them in my backyard."
Speaking of
Like-
feeding of birds,
Can I come take pictures of it? I was like, "Just take the picture of that bird right there."
Yeah. Well, why do you need to come and take pictures?
I remember we went down the shore.
Freaky!
No, she was a photographer.
Oh,
She
photographer.
does birds, animals.
Oh, okay.
We were down the shore last year at the hotel. And we were standing out the balcony now. People were coming from the beach. So all the seagulls, we threw one. Turtles.
I was like, "Who's that?"
So I throw the piece. Fucking one comes. Then my brother, he tosses a whole fucking potato and his girlfriend throws a bagel.
A potato?
Yeah.
Fuck. You're on the beach? What a potato?
No. The beach is right there. The people are walking
Oh.
back from the beach.
Oh, I was like, random item, potato.
Yeah. A fucking potato.
Exactly. It's like, bro, I'm on the
Leftovers from
beach.
the restaurant.
I'm on the beach.
Oh my! Where the hell did you get a
Did I take the
potato?
potatoes and bury them in the sand
From
and
the
let them
fridge.
get cooked?
So anyway, we throw them.
Random.
Fucking, all of a sudden there's like hundreds of them. They're like, they're attacking everybody. Fucking people across the street are laughing their asses off. And there's fucking seagulls everywhere.
I gotta light these shoes on fire. They smell like Chris's feet, man.
Cheddar toes.
Hide them over there. Hide them over there in a corner. I just took a shower too, motherfucker. So we got a lot that we can talk about, bro. There's a whole bunch of shit like I was going through this week. Remember that thing I told you about, that final experiment shit? About the flat earther shit?
Yeah, you posted on Facebook.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's part of it.
Was that another cult?
No. So, alright.
Yeah, basically.
You know what? You're right. You're 100% right. There's this thing that's going on, and there was always a battle between like the flat Earth people and the people that believe the world is a globe, right? So it's been going on for a long time, and this one guy turned around and he's like a priest or something like that, but he's got money and he's into science and shit, right? So this is like his side hobby, I guess, if you want to call it that. He's a clergyman, they call him. So he was like, you know what? Let's end this already, and let's prove that the world's globe. And he was like, what we're gonna do is it's gonna be called the final experiment, and he's gonna invite. There's a base in Antarctica where everybody can go to, right? And you're gonna be able to witness the 24-hour sun, right? Because you gotta remember, Antarctica is 6 months sun, 6 months dark.
Yeah.
Right? So that doesn't work on a flat earth thing. Like, they have like this model, it's called the Leeson map or Gleason map or something like that. And it's a complete map but it's flat, right? And it says that this map would also fit on a globe, so that you would take in like the flat Earth and put a globe, and then you just tighten it, and then Antarctica becomes a continent, right? On their map, Antarctica looks like it covers the entire world, and they saying that the water inside the world is being held back by the ice walls, right? It's a crazy theory. Like, you have to look it up yourself that you could actually understand it a little bit better. But
it sounds crazy.
Yeah, and like I was telling him, I never heard this shit until like 2019. It's like when COVID happened, all this weird, crazy shit started coming out. Like, well, at least to me, my attention, that's when I started watching it. But it wasn't so bad until like recently. So what they're doing is they're actually, well, that sucked. What they're doing is they're actually flying to Antarctica, right? And they said, listen, we're gonna fly during the summer solstice. What's gonna happen is that when we get there, you're gonna be able to witness days of sunlight, because the sun never sets on the summer solstice. What happens is that there's an app. Well, there's the thing. I'm going to link it to the podcast, but you can actually watch from the base. They have a totem pole, and it's like sticking out of the ground, and it's a live 3D video, right? It's live, and you can actually watch the sun rotate around the entire totem pole. And in the corner, it tells you what time it is. Like, it's a countdown.
Uh-huh.
And so, when we see the sun go like this, and then the moon comes up, right?
Yeah, like an arch.
Yeah. So, for them, 6 o'clock in the morning in sunlight, you can see the shadow go around the totem all the way back to 6 o'clock. Still sunlight. Goes around again, and it's still sunlight. So, obviously, you don't even have to go to the fucking Antarctica. You proved it just by, because the base that they're going to is where that fucking totem pole is. So, the cost of the trip is $30,000, right? Because it's expensive to go to Antarctica because it's cold, right?
That and it's isolated.
It's isolated, right? And there's so many treaties that stop people from going anywhere. Because that's what the problem is. They're like, oh, there's so many treaties. You know why? Because there's hidden bases, and there's the ice walls and everything else that's down there.
There's a jail up there, too.
There's what?
A jail. A prison.
Yeah, from Germany shit. Yeah. That was when the Germans and Hitler and shit, they said that he had a special crazy base down there that they were making stuff. So, what the hell are you doing?
And the itch.
Oh. So what they're doing is
right. His brain.
No. So they have this website on. Well, it's not a website. Well, it's a website, but it's also on YouTube. It's called The Final Experiment, and what they do is they're going in November, right? And at that time is the end of the summer solstice for them. So you're still going to be able to see sunlight for a couple days, constant.
That's wild, man.
And then
fucking straight days of sunlight.
Well, on the opposite of that, it's straight night for 6 months.
That's depressing.
Yeah, it's a weird way of like living, because you got to remember the Earth is on an axis, right? So when it's on its when the summer solstice, the part of Antarctica is actually in the sunlight, so it's revolving constantly in the sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
So it just proves that the Earth is a globe. If it doesn't fit in a flat Earth model, because flat Earth model means the Earth is the center of the galaxy, and the moon and the sun rotate around the Earth, instead of us and all the planets rotating around the sun. Do you know what I mean? So that's the difference. So supposedly, like I was watching today, they got one guy from Flat Earth and 6 guys from Globe going to visit.
Fucking Earth's not flat.
No, it's not flat, but people believe it. See, the problem is that they don't believe the government. They don't believe NASA in the first place. And NASA doesn't help itself.
So people want to find out for themselves.
People want to find out for themselves, or people. There's this one guy. His name's Flat Earth Dave. He's the biggest flat earther, and let me show you it. I'm not gonna lie. I paid for the app too. But yo, listen. Look, I'm interested.
I believe you.
I'm interested because I want to see what the argument is Or like how are you gonna sell me that the Earth is flat, bro? Like how can you sell me that? What is that? This is the flat Earth map. Do you see how everything? See the sun?
Yeah.
And you see the sun and the moon. Moon. I don't know where the fuck the moon is. Oh,
Sleeping.
yeah. So
That's a flat Earth map.
this is the flat low battery map. This is
Low
the flat
battery
Earth
map.
map. So what it's telling you right now, it's like, you know, what the time is on this part of it, and how the sun is rotating around the continents, which is weird because it doesn't make any sense. And it completely, and these are all apps. These are, boogie down, boogie down, boogie down. These are all apps that go along with it. Like you could click on, and his whole row of videos are all
my friend's
here.
house. I'm on a podcast.
So that you can actually have everything from here.
All right.
It's really crazy.
All right,
The
yeah,
app was
I
like
told you- I
five
told you
Well,
Wow.
here's the thing though. If it's flat,
Right.
so the sun just keeps spinning around just like this.
Yeah, so say if the sun is here, the moon is here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the moon and the sun are just spinning around the earth. The earth isn't moving.
Oh,
they're
I
saying,
got you, I got you.
They're saying that the earth is here's when you look on the telescopes, all the planets are round, or they appear to be spheres, right? So what they're trying to say is that now, how could the Earth be flat if everybody else is round?
Right. What
Right.
makes the Earth special? And the sun is round.
Right,
And so is
but-
the moon.
Here's the problem with this stuff, and this is where they actually are right in a way, because this started in biblical times. This is all from back in this is in religious times, and in religious times they have in the Bible that God created the heavens above and the heavens below, water above, water below. So, you know, they call it the firmament, right? There's so much shit in this, but the problem is that in all ancient texts and stuff, it says the world is flat. It says that the earth is stationary and everything else goes around it, and all the planets, the sun, the stars, everything is in this firmament. Meaning that, you know, there's like layers of the earth, right? You have like the
All right, but if the Earth is flat, then what about the gravity? How would that work?
well, that's
Since the
gravity.
spinning of the Earth keeps us grounded.
Gravity is fake in their eyes. It's not. It doesn't fit in the model of what. See, the problem is that
All right,
religion.
I don't.
No, you're right. Yeah, I've already went down that
There's
road.
no
so-
gravity, then you're on the fucking moon and you're motionless.
Well,
and you're
see,
floating.
the problem here's another thing. So there's
That's
these
what they
telescopes. There's these cameras that are out there that are the Nikon 900 or 1000 cameras. They pulled them off. You can't buy them no more because people were buying these cameras, and they have incredible zoom features. Like the Earth, like from the Earth, you could zoom in and you could see like the fucking flag on the moon. You could zoom right into the moon with a clear picture, and like there's people on TikTok, like if you look it up, like Nikon 900 or some camera, they have live streams and they stream them at nighttime and they film the moon. But here's the thing with the moon, you only get the same picture all the time. You get that same, whatever you're looking up at the moon, that's all you get. There's no backside of the moon.
The dark side of the moon.
You don't get to see it because the dark
That's
side
another
of the moon.
thing.
Yeah, but that's another thing when people scratch their head and be like,
Why is only one part of the moon that's
why is
bright?
it every time I look up at the moon I can see the same fucking things every time?
Mm-hmm.
So then people sit there and they're like, well, let's zoom in on the motherfucker. So every time you watch the videos, like, and of course I have a couple of them I'm part of, you know, and you could sit there and watch, and it's the same view of the moon all the time. And like they zoom into different craters or something like that, right?
So now what they're trying to say, that this fucking moon is fake now?
Oh, that's been fake. But, you know, they say that the moon is only 236,000 miles away, right? Then they say the sun is 8 million miles away, right? So with that Nikon camera, you can zoom into the sun and you could see the black spots, you could see everything on it.
Without going blind.
Yeah, without going blind. Well, you have to use a filter, or you won't be able to see shit.
Mhm.
You know, it's too bright. But you could zoom all the way in, mad close, and see the black spots of the sun. So what they're saying is that, wait a minute, somebody's lying. Okay, something's wrong, something's not right. Because if I could zoom in and basically touch the moon, right, with this camera,
That's great. That's insane.
Cameras
How much
like
are
a-
these cameras?
$1,000.
And you can see all the
Yo,
way
you
up.
could
Wow.
see tonight on TikTok. If you're on TikTok,
I'm gonna look at it, definitely.
Look
yeah.
up Nikon. I'll send you a link.
And you
Nikon.
can't buy these no more?
They pulled them off, and now on
Why, though?
eBay, those cameras are going for $2,500, $3,500.
Why they pulled it?
That's another thing that makes everybody go, "What are you hiding, motherfucker?"
Mhm.
Because now we're telling people, listen, a company who's selling these cameras, and yo, they could take it and be like, you know what, we're selling for $1,000. Fuck it, let's boost it to 2,000. All the conspiracy crazy heads are buying them.
Yeah.
You know, somebody
Supply and
stepped in.
demand.
Somebody stepped in, right? People are saying government. You know, it's the men in black. You know, stepped in and said,
Can I smoke down here?
yeah, stepped in and said,
You don't mind, do you, kid?
said you can't sell them no more. You can't buy them. People were buying them like crazy. There's a bunch of flat Earth people. There's the fittest flat earther. He takes pictures like crazy, and he's like, the Earth is flat because I can go and I can zoom in
No,
Like-
no. Oh, yeah, for the. I used the monster kid. Thank you.
like 400 miles and still see like buildings and shit states away and with no curvature.
Now you got me thinking. Now I wanted to look into prices of these fucking cameras because
Yeah.
I want to see it for myself now.
Yeah, I'll send you a link today. I already went through that rabbit hole, dude.
You have one?
No,
Oh.
no, I'm saying
I was gonna say if you did, we bust that
I
shit
can't
out.
even
man.
pay my own goddamn cell phone bill, and you're telling me if I got a $900.
I don't fucking know, man. That'll be fucking. I don't know. You might be hiding it secretly.
I mean, I do buy some stupid shit, but no, I didn't get a chance to buy that. I'll tell you that. But I mean,
What's
still,
stupid that you bought? Your walkie-talkies?
yeah, all of them.
That sounds stupid. That
12,
you never know.
13.
Oh, you got 13 of them?
Yeah, about the 13.
Every other week.
Yeah.
What else?
I
do you
sneak
have?
them in, like when they're doing Amazon deals and shit, and they're like buying stuff.
He's got bulletproof vests too. I know.
I'm sitting there, I'd be like, the new radio
That
came
stuff
out.
ain't screen print. That's the Patriot food.
Yeah.
You got Patriot food.
It's
and
all
then-
it is.
And then the floor opens up to the bottom. Into
I'm a
the
prepper,
arsenal.
guys. This is a prepper basement. This isn't white boy. I'm sorry, white boy. You know, so it's like, but no. See,
It's
that's
a front.
that's where people go crazy. And then, you know, so what they're saying is like, all right, listen, there's this one dude, Flat Earth Dave, that with the app, right? He makes the app, and everybody buys it. Everybody buys it, and he does podcasts all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's a smart guy. He really talks his shit. But the guy who's on this final experiment said that he will pay for one flat earther and one glober to go to Antarctica, and he'll pay for it out of his pocket. But he wants the top two guys who are leading this, like, Flat Earth is real, this and that. And that's Flat Earth Dave, right? And Flat Earth Dave denied it. He said he wasn't going. So if you're the biggest Flat Earth guy, right, and you're promoting it everywhere, and you have all these people following you and stuff like that, and you don't want to go, what does that look like? And not only that, you don't have to pay for it. You could just go.
Sounds like somebody's bullshitting to me.
Yeah. And I mean, this could just go and fizzle out in November. But the problem is that this is the perfect opportunity for people to also get a lot of views. Because what he's doing is if you want to go, you have to interview him, meaning the final experiment.
Mhm.
You have to actually interview that guy on your podcast. And he's only taking people who have, like, you know, YouTube podcast kind of video things, who have like 200,000-300,000 followers. And
Oh, shit.
Like a lot of people. So a lot of people.
Sounds like gonna be like no ordinary Joe.
Yeah, so all those people who have all those people following them are now looking at him and following his stuff too. So I mean, it's the perfect opportunity to make a lot of money at the same time, because you get more followers, and you're getting more followers because you're being interviewed on a channel who already has a bunch of followers for the conspiracy that, whether it's flat Earth or not. And I mean, personally, there's a lot of flat earthers that are like, I don't believe the Earth is flat. I believe it's a dome, meaning like it's a circle.
Yeah, me too.
But they believe that it's flat inside. So we have above and we have below. So they're taking the terms from the Bible of, God created the heavens above and then below. So they're saying that the Earth itself is on a flat plane, but the way that gravity and everything else in space congests everything to a ball. You know what I mean? Or a globe shape. It's crazy. Like I go through like for a while and what was I just looking at? You had me going. And then it just
You got a lot of shit on that paper.
because I do, this is all I do. And
Why for your book?
It's right there. I couldn't find it, so I was using paper this week. But
It's leather wrapped too.
listen.
Fancy.
Yeah.
When they say like, oh, you're a person that's woke, right? Now we're talking about two different.
That's another
wokes.
question I want to ask. What is this woke shit?
Yeah, exactly. I was just gonna say there's two different kinds of woke. There's woke people who are like, let's take it to the Matrix, red pill, blue pill, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, yeah, if you want to take the red pill, you're gonna experience the world as it is, meaning you're gonna see what the world is as what it really is. If you take the blue pill, you're gonna go to sleep, and you're gonna wake up in the morning and continue your miserable fucking life.
Repetitive.
Right.
Every day. Same
So
thing over and over and over.
I want the black pill.
yeah, you're racist.
Oh my God.
I'm just kidding.
I could have said I wanted the white pill.
No, you know what? Yeah, you know what?
The half and half. Just cut it down the middle.
Oreo.
Bro. But the thing is being woke is two different things, and the woke thing that most people are using is meaning like, is that on? Yeah, is I'm not taking people's bullshit no more. I'm awoke to the lies and conspiracies that this world is. There's too much shit. Like if you between religion texts, if you like I was telling Keith, we had that big what was it, that thing with the Joe Rogan podcast that day with that Terrence Howard shit, that was crazy. Then they had like Tucker Carlson on, and he experienced something different, meaning like he was like, I know what's going on, and the world is fake. Like he even said it, like he says we're living in like a simulation. He says, and Tucker Carlson, like if you look him up, he's a very reputable person.
Mm-hmm.
He was on Fox News, I think it was, for how many years as a reporter. He's a very smart guy, and he was like, I was able to be awoken to this idea. He goes, and I think I understand what's going on, but I'm not going to have any proof, nor will I actually say what I feel. He was like, but this all started, he goes, and this all started back in the religion time, and this is religious. This is mostly these aliens and all these contacts and shit that we're having are happening here. And they're happening. He's like, because is a dimension. It's like we're on a different dimension. There's frequencies. And there's Billy something, I forgot his last name. But he's one of the guys that actually, if you study like what he's doing, him and Elon Musk, same shit. He does the same thing. He thinks the same. That our spirits, and this is why, like, when even with the paranormal, see, people want to push away the whole idea of paranormal and supernatural. They want to push away and be like, well, supernatural isn't real. Paranormal, come on, you believe in ghosts? You know what I mean? It's weird shit. It's the whole fact that this world that we're in is not what we see it as. And that there's multiverses, there's shit. All these movies that are coming out, right? All these directors and shit. Look at the Matrix itself. It basically opens people up to the idea that we're in a simulation. Like, remember when Neo was walking the street in the simulation with Morpheus, and the people are walking and this and that, and then some girl walked by, red girl with the red dress, and he was like, "Did you see that girl with the red dress?" He was like, "Well, yeah, what?" And then all of a sudden, everybody stopped, and then when he turned around, Agent Smith was there with a gun, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was like, "This is a made-up world. It's completely made up. What you saw is basically what they wanted you to see." He goes, and that one girl, out of all the people with suits and shit walking around wearing a red dress, was put there. Meaning, this is what you saw. This is what your reality is. But that's not what the reality of what we are today. But the thing is like I don't believe in like the Matrix idea of things. But I don't believe of what's like when you go to sleep at night. Where do you go? Think about it. Where do you go?
And you get these dreams. It's like you're in a different like
Right.
world.
There you go.
And this shit feels real.
There you
and
go.
you wake up like, what the fuck just
Ooh,
happened?
he's diving down the rabbit hole. Oh God.
You know?
Oh, hold on tight. He's going.
I don't remember my dreams.
I do.
I
The only
remember.
dreams I remember is the ones that I always wake up when I'm falling.
Wake up what?
When you're falling.
Oh.
Yes. And you know what's funny too? When you have dreams too, you notice that you can't run in your sleep.
Ah, good one, bro.
You
Nope,
can't run.
You can't run.
You can't
Why
run.
do we have the same dreams?
I don't know. And
See?
it feels like
Well,
you're
everybody
trying to
has,
escape from
like,
somebody,
see?
and you're going in slow motion.
And when you wake up when you're falling, you're like,
Right.
You woke up,
See?
you're like, whoa, oh
Right.
my god.
Or how about? Does anybody have dreams that, like you just said, like you feel like somebody's coming at you,
That
but you
and
can't get away fast enough?
yep, and
See?
you lose teeth in your sleep.
Ah, there you go.
And I always wake up and I'm like, oh shit, I have all my teeth.
Why? Exactly. You lose teeth. And that's what the funny part is. Why does everybody experience the same dream? Right? There's no, if I'm an individual, right? If I'm an individual and I'm different than you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why do we have the same dreams?
yeah.
You're
And
a totally different individual. You have your own spirit, your own
Yeah.
karma. You too.
But there's been times that I'll have dreams, you'll be in there, people I don't even fucking know, but I might see in the future.
Yeah.
That I
You
might run
or you
into.
might have met.
Might
Like, you're
have.
not good friends with, but you might have met them.
Right.
Yep.
Now, think about it. You just made it yourself. Like you could say how. Let's say, if you can come out of a conversation, right, and make sense, which you just did, and now you could sit there and actually say, wait a minute, something's wrong. Something's absolutely
Same thing
wrong.
with deja vu, man.
Deja vu.
And you know what? Every time you're in a dream that you're falling, you never actually hit anything.
No, but they say if you fall and
Yeah.
you die, you don't wake up.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah. So, but
And if you ever notice, you try to go back to that dream,
right.
and you can't.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Doesn't matter.
You wake up and you're like, all right, I'm gonna go back to sleep, and you're like, all right, let me try to continue this shit.
Yeah.
Or like where?
And you can't.
Nope.
You'll never.
Sometimes you don't even remember that point from
Yeah.
that point on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's what the crazy part is because that happens within your REM sleep, right? Which is it's when your brain is really fucking cranking up. But if your brain is cranking up, the same as my brain, same as his brain, where the fuck are we when we sleep?
That's true.
Makes perfect sense, bro. Because 8 hours, 9 hours, bro.
It is. I know we probably had the same shit. There's been times that went to like say like a casino, but it wasn't a casino.
Right.
And I would win all this money. And I'm like, oh, I have all this money. Let's go here and there. I wake up, nothing's there.
That's how your dream goes.
That's how.
But it
is
feels
now.
so fucking real,
Right.
You know.
But it's like
I even went back, like I put in my dream I had money. I put it in my dresser drawer. So I woke up, went to my dresser drawer, and it wasn't there.
right, and it's funny because you're not home.
No.
You're not home. So, where are you? A dream.
That's a good question.
A dream isn't what they say.
Or you
right?
could have a vivid nightmare.
Oh, nightmares are crazy. Like I used to love having nightmares, bro. But
Wake up sweating, like scared for your
sweating,
life.
heart beating like crazy.
You wake up. You ever have a bad dream that you wake up and you just can't move out of the bed?
Yeah, bro.
You can't move.
paralyzed. You're
You're
paralyzed.
paralyzed.
Yeah. yeah.
You just can't move, and then you go back to sleep, and it's like you wake up, and it's like nothing happened.
They call that what is it called? Night terror or something like that. It's
Felt
like
like
you wake
somebody
up.
was pushing me down.
You wake up because your brain woke up real quick, but it didn't wake your body up yet.
Yeah. It's
So
like you're scared to move.
yeah, your body is. The worst part about it is the fact that you can open your eyes, but you can't move your arms or your legs.
You can't move, you're
nothing. You
paralyzed.
feel paralyzed, and that's why they call it a night terror, because you wake up fucking shit faced, like, because now you can't move, or you can try to move, but your arms feel like they're 10,000 pounds.
Yes.
So you're like sitting in bed, this and that, and that's what they say is like they were saying like with devil possessions, or if there was a devil in a room, what they did was, or demon, whatever you want to call it, but they say that it paralyzed you, and like people would be like, oh, I felt the demon climb on the bed with me and I couldn't move and all this other stuff, when they realized that it was basically you just being like sleep paralysis, meaning like your brain woke up the wrong party at first. You know what I mean?
It's scary shit because that did happen.
Oh yeah, no, it's scary, bro. I mean, listen, things are always crazy. Like, even like
I don't know about if it happened to you or not. That shit happened to me.
When your body's calm, like if you
it's like a bomb upstairs.
yeah, like when if you smoked weed and you get that relaxation, it used to happen to me a lot. Because I'd be like mellowed
Yeah.
and fall asleep.
Right.
And your mind just wanders.
Right.
Right.
Well, you know what? A lot of
Like
people.
I don't really go into a sound sleep because
Right.
I'm always
Up.
up.
Yeah.
My mind's always going.
It's always racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I get into that mellow state, that's when it happens.
Right.
Like
And
I gotta be completely not thinking about anything, and that's when it
at
happens.
peace and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Well, you know what? A lot of people like who are rich and stuff. Well, not rich, but they're celebrities. You see it from the celebrities because other people must be doing it too. But they take DMT, right? They use DMT. Mike Tyson especially. He licks the fucking toad. But that DMT trip, right, is like 15 minutes. So what it is like, say if you're gonna take a trip of DMT, you have to lay down, do the DMT, because you can't once you get hit with it, you can't do shit. But it supposedly takes you to a different place, meaning like there's something with the chemical, and the chemical that your body makes its own DMT. But this is DMT plus, so you're basically enhancing your brain, right? And everybody who takes this stuff, like Joe Rogan and everything else, they all explain from the trip almost the same thing. Like they talk to these beings that are different than.
You ever see that movie, The Beatles, about the Beatles?
Yeah.
It's
Oh, they were on tons of
no, but
drugs.
it's a newer movie. There's a part in it where they say, "I'm the Walrus Man."
Oh, yeah,
They're
the
in
Walrus
like a tripping area.
Oh, yeah,
It's
yeah.
all about tripping.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Well, the 70s were all into acid.
That's- yeah.
Yeah.
70s, late 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were all
So
drugged
just
up on that.
imagine if we started doing that.
Right. But here's the deal, like they're saying to get to your higher connection, you have to be on a higher frequency, or meaning like you see the thing is if, and I know this is a little different, but there's a way like frequency and sound, right? And this is what Terrence Howard was talking about. And people are calling him crazy, but he's a fucking genius, right? So hard out here for a pimp. But
You know who he is?
Ooh.
The guy he's talking about?
No.
Terrence Howard is the
Look him
dude
up.
from
You'll be like, oh my god, I know who that is.
Hustle and Flow. Remember the movie Hustle and Flow?
I might. Oh, yes.
DJ?
Yes.
DJ
Yeah,
with the
think
white girl
yeah.
with the bunny?
I looked him up, I was like, holy shit, that's him? I never knew his name.
I knew you were
Yeah.
talking about that.
Bro, he's so fucking smart.
If you listen to him, it's like,
Yeah, you what you have to do is like, see, okay, like even for me, for like when me and Dina started having kids and shit, for like 22 years, I just stayed with the process, right? Go to work, do what you gotta do, go to a second job just to make second money, never question anything, just go with the flow, because this is what we're told, this is what it is. Now that I'm getting older and I'm starting to put things together, like what I'm telling you about, right? Like now you're thinking, you're like, whoa, wait a minute, how do we have the whole same dreams? That doesn't make sense, you know? And there's so many other things that like you could check off on, like check the box off, and then you'll be like, holy shit, what the fuck is going on?
And another thing is too is that when you were younger, when as a kid, it's like, damn, it went by that quick.
Yeah.
how it goes so fast. You
Right.
know, you go to bed and wake up every day, and damn, like fucking 20 years went by just like that.
Right. Yeah.
Did it really go that quick? Were we really there though? You see what I'm saying?
No, dude.
It feels like we were transformed.
I'm 100% with you, because time, while we're living in this time, right? And this is like why I do the podcast and we talk about shit, because I found a couple of the groups in Bayonne that actually do the same shit. Then I'm gonna start reaching out to them. I've been like looking through things. I don't want to go to Jersey City and all that other shit. There's people in Bayonne that are just as crazy as we are. But what I'm saying is that there's other people that think like this, and the way for you to understand and to think about things is to experience it with others and to learn, right? And for yourself, like, to being woke, like you're saying, is not woke about, you know, your sexual intention of being, you know, transgender, or being like I represent, or I acknowledge myself as a flagpole, or
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
I'm a beer.
Yeah, Keith is a beer bottle. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, that kind of woke is different than the woke of being open to the fact that, you know
I
what?
guess sip. I just want something cold.
You drank that monster?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But, being woke.
I sent Rob something about. Remember that?
What?
The video I sent you? They said to drink Monster instead.
Oh, yeah.
I heard all about that with the shit house thing and all that stuff. Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I seen that. I stopped drinking them fucking things.
Right. And, I mean, I drink Monster all the time. Like, I have a Red Bull upstairs in the fridge, but today.
I just got this because I needed a caffeine.
It's
You know, a headache.
perfectly. Listen, I drink them too. You know what I'm saying? And like this morning, I have that crazy coffee, the 10 mushroom coffee, and I take it all the time. And it makes me it makes my head like clearer. Like I feel like I'm more awake and more like alive. But I wasn't paying attention, and I had like a big glass like this, and you're only supposed to put like 2 teaspoons in it. I ended up putting like 4 tablespoons. I didn't even realize it, because I was running around the house in the morning because she had to cut stuff for the preschool playhouse and all shit. So this and that. So I turned around and I was like, I mixed it up with the mixer, and I'm sitting. I was like, damn, this shit's dark. I was like, what the fuck? So I took a sip of it. I was like, holy shit, it's like a really heavy coffee. I was like, that's good, man. I like dark coffee. I was like, I'll drink it.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was sitting there, and then even Dina was like, yo, you put like fucking 4 scoops in there. I was like, ooh, today's gonna be bad. I was like,
You shit your brains out.
nah, I was just like, you feel weird. Like I was getting heart palpitations today because I knew it was from all the caffeine and all that mushroom shit that's in there. And I was just like, wow, I was like, I'm fucked up. And then I was walking Broadway because I parked the car by Seatown and went to Seatown and went to the pet store, went to the Quick Check, then I went back down.
Are you ready to go?
I was walking all over the place, and I was sitting there, I was like, looking like I was blinking everywhere. I was like,
His eyes
I was like, what the fuck? I was like, hopefully nobody sees me out here because I'm like,
Dude,
hurt.
crazy.
Yeah, but I felt like that all day.
Staring at the sky like this.
Yeah, but I knew I was fucked once I started feeling like heart palpitations.
That's not good.
But then I was looking at my watch and I was like, wait a minute. I was like, my heart right now is at 72 beats per minute and I'm walking. I'm like, nah, I'm good. Like, I'm alright. And then I'm sitting there, I'm like, nah, it's from all that caffeine. That's why it's fucking cranky.
Mm-hmm.
They say coffee caffeine's not that bad.
Yeah, no, but I had way too much. Because, I mean, even my head now, like, it's coming off. That's I have Red
Ever go
Bull.
for a real stress test?
Huh?
A real stress test? Like,
Did I ever?
where they- yeah. Like
Once.
They
Yeah.
hook you up to the machine.
Yeah, and I had to do the run. Yeah.
And after the stress test, they're like, you need to drink caffeine. I'm like, why would I want to drink caffeine
Right.
after the stress test?
Because the caffeine.
Yeah. So I don't drink coffee.
Right.
I asked him for a soda. The doctor was like, absolutely not.
I love coffee.
He was like, drink a cup of tea. I'm like, I don't drink tea.
Yeah.
You know what it is with the soda? You have even though it has caffeine, it has all that sugar in it too.
It's
Yeah.
gingerello.
Still has
Still
sugar.
has a lot of
Still-
sugar in it.
It's not as much as regular soda, believe me.
No, see, the problem with soda drinks is there's so much shit in it that, like,
High
it's
fructose
artificial.
corn
It's all
syrup and
artificial.
all that shit.
Yeah,
But
it's
then
all
they tell you
artificial.
not to eat processed meat, but they'll hand you a turkey sandwich, and you know that shit ain't cooked.
Bro,
No.
bro, if we actually lived the way that we were supposed to live, we'd probably live to 100 easily. You know what I mean? But that's not the world. Listen, that's not how businesses make profit. You make profit off of McDonald's. You make profit off of
I
Burger
refuse to
King.
go there, man.
But these businesses, regardless of how much you refuse, are in billions of dollars in plus.
I was at the cheer gym yesterday. There was a little girl, and her mom goes, "Oh, we got Chinese food." So I told the little girl, I said, "Come here, I'll tell you what Chinese food is."
Oh, you didn't
And I was
tell her
like,
that.
Meow. She was like, "I got pork fried rice and chicken wings."
That's a little racist.
Well, that's what she said. I got pork fried rice and chicken.
No, I know. I'm saying meow cat.
You never see any cat near a Chinese food place.
True that. True
Oh, yeah, that shit's fucking good.
that. We get it at least once a week,
I don't care. Yeah, at least once in a blue we'll get it.
bro.
You
It's
wanna
like
give it to your cats?
yeah. I got 2 down here. You can execute. I got
Oh, Johnny Fool.
$25. You can get so much food in Chinese food. Like it's
Yeah,
crazy.
Why do you think?
Yeah, and we got the guy right up the corner, so I just order from the guy up the corner when like I'm coming home, or Dina gets out of
I
cheer.
got a
or
great
whatever.
wall.
Yeah, well that's close to you.
That's by me, yeah.
Yeah, but
If I order Chinese food, it's Golden City on. 10.
It's quick. Like, I put an order in, no lie,
Oh.
15 minutes.
oh yeah.
That I'm like, what the fuck? I just called this.
And that dude would be at your house with a bicycle.
Yeah.
They definitely cook quicker than anybody.
Well, those woks,
Yeah.
those woks are crazy hot.
You know how much pork fried rice they're making at one shot?
Yeah, I was gonna say they make
Yeah,
the big things. They
Beef and
make like
broccoli,
15
the mostly
of them.
shit that sells. They'll make a shitload of it.
well that the chicken, the sweet and sour chicken
Yes.
that they use for the General
General
Tso,
Tso, yeah,
and
yeah.
all that shit. It's
General
all in the fucking
cat chicken.
yeah, but it's all in the wok. It's all in the
Oh,
wok, and
yeah.
they just keep flipping shit. And so if you order it, they just pick it out. Like egg drop soup, it's in a batter. It's in a thing. Like so, you want that or wonton? It's the same shit. So
Oh, the cheese wontons are good. I love those things.
I like wonton soup. I don't know. I
Not the
like
soup, the fried and cheese wontons.
I like the egg drop soup the best though. I put some hot mustard in that shit with the.
Every time I eat Chinese food, I get sick, so I don't eat
Oh, dude, I love that.
It's once in a while I can have it. I can't eat it all the time.
Nope,
It's so
I-
bad for
I'll
you.
hammer that shit.
it. I get sick. Even over fried rice, I'm like,
What about lo mein? You ever try lo
I don't
mein?
eat Chinese food.
Lo mein's good.
I don't eat Chinese food or fast food.
Well, I mean, it's good for you not to have it. Like tonight, they ordered I made BLTs and shit, and they fucking went and got Popeyes. I was like, yo, you told me you wanted BLTs.
Popeyes just closed down because of all the bugs in the chicken.
Where, in Bayonne?
No.
No. But there's a couple of them
Yeah.
that, and there was another one too. I think it was.
The guy was putting in his chicken sandwich. There was bugs.
Ooh.
Was it Roy Rogers or Kentucky Fried Chicken or something? One of the chains actually went for bankruptcy.
It's probably Roy Rogers.
Roy Rogers has been out.
Yeah,
There's
no,
only a few of them
It was a chicken
still
place.
around.
I think it was
Out
Kentucky
of
Fried
Jersey.
Chicken.
There used to be.
The one on
The Parkway,
the
Turnpike?
turnpike, they took it out.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
Chick-fil-A now, isn't it?
Yeah. Yes.
No Chick-fil-A sauce? No Chick-fil-A sauce?
I don't know.
I'm telling you, that Chick-fil-A is really good, bro.
I like it.
Yeah, those chicken sandwiches
You
good.
can tell it's real chicken.
Yeah. Well, Noah just had from Popeyes tonight some kind of chicken sandwich. He was like, take a bite out of it, and I was like, "Argh." So I took a bite. I was like, holy shit! It actually tastes like chicken.
I don't know about that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
We used to
Processed-
have, no, it's real chicken.
Yeah.
We had it at our job. The only thing is that it's pre-cooked already, the chicken sandwiches.
Right.
They just throw it in the fryer. Same with the chicken strips.
Just to eat it up.
That's it. It's,
Yeah,
pre,
get
it's
it golden
pre-cooked.
brown.
I want to try that place, Chester's.
Yeah.
Rita's Ices, because they make real chicken.
Chester's. That's in Bayonne?
It's not City Line.
City.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's expensive.
Yeah. Well,
By
if
the
it's-
Family Dollar?
Yes. There's a Chester's Rita's.
If
Rita
it's-
Ice and Chester's.
I
If
didn't
it's
know
real food, if it's real food and it's cooked, that's why it's going to cost more money.
You go in there, it smells so good. It's like, and I ask people, I'm like, is it good? They're like, it's great.
Yeah.
I was like, it's better than Burger Line chicken?
Right.
No. That's ghetto chicken.
That's like I said. We had White Castles. I haven't had White Castles in such a long time.
Murder burgers.
Bro, we went up to the wake for Rosa. We a couple blocks away was White Castles. So the kids were like, make sure you don't come back without White Castle. And I was like, damn. I was like, all right. So we went to White Castles and got a whole bunch of food. And, we bought a lot of food, and it was only like $45.
Would you get a couple of Crave cases?
Well, I got a 20-pack, and then I got a whole bag of chicken rings, a whole bag of onion rings, 2 things of French fries, and I think that was it. And it was only like $47.
Mhm.
I came home and it was enough I mean, I only got one cheeseburger. I was pissed. I went in. I
You
took
know, one out of the whole fucking.
Yeah,
They're small.
Well, I took one cheeseburger and I took a bag of onion rings because I love onion rings.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in, I had the onion rings and shit. The kids were eating onion rings too, so I only had, you know.
Where Noah have like fucking 10
Noah took
sliders.
some. So I was eating it.
Half side.
Yeah.
He took the suitcase up to the room.
So then I went back. We went back into the living room. Now all the kids were home, and Brooke and everybody, Dina, and I sat down. I was like, opened up the Crave case, and there was nothing. I was like,
So
yo,
empty containers.
I was like, yo, everybody fucking smoked them.
Savages.
I was like, yo, savages, yo, I'm a hungry
I
motherfucker.
would have been pissed.
And they were like, I got some french fries. I was like, yo, no. All the potato shit's no good for you, man. All the potato.
Every time Andy goes there, there's two Crave cases. I'm like,
It's not a lot. It's like $10 a Crave case.
but I don't eat them.
No, I know, but I'm
I remember, I think
They were good, though.
Andy went to White Castle one time, and Priscilla had brought over leftovers. I killed at least like 10 of those fucking things.
It's very
I
easy.
was,
Yo, it's
I
very
was
easy.
So
starving,
that's when
bro.
we got the 100 pack.
Yeah.
Yes.
250s. Yep.
250s.
I remember that.
Yeah.
She's like, I got dinner. I was like,
There's
nice.
college kids when they went together, and they're like, "What are you guys doing?"
Yeah.
Like WrestleMania party.
Yeah. There'll be a lot of drinking, a lot of eating, and a lot of using toilet paper.
Holy Christ! The whole week.
Yo, that shit will run you through.
That and Taco Bell.
Yeah.
I don't eat that.
Taco Bell, like,
That's mouth water.
yeah, I mean, it's all right. I mean, the tacos are pretty good. The chalupas and all that shit. I see. The problem is that we don't go out to like buying them no more. Like,
It's Eddie and Todd used to work there. They told me what they make them out of. I'm like, now I'll never eat there again.
yeah.
And I used to like Taco Bell.
But look at the shit that you see on TikTok, like from people that are working in McDonald's and shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, and they show you what you're actually eating.
Yeah.
It showed.
You know what
I seen one that showed somebody with a mop drying the mop underneath the
I
fries.
don't know how true that is. I seen that.
You seen him holding it?
I don't know how true that
Did you
is.
see that one with the dude was standing on the lettuce? He took the lettuce bins out, put them on the floor, and he put his two bare feet inside the lettuce thing. And he was saying, they were like, oh, he was like, this is what we think of you, or something like that. Something stupid. But it went viral, and McDonald's found him, because he's an employee,
Oh.
and they fucking fired him right on the spot. Because I guess he thought that like it wouldn't go viral, but it went viral.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it went viral on TikTok, and one of the employees from kids work at McDonald's, right?
Mhm.
So everybody's gonna find you soon, and they found out who he was, from what store it was, and they fired him immediately.
Was he thinking? Was he gonna get away with it?
Yeah, I think he lasted till 3 o'clock.
Yeah. No, come into the office. I have something to talk to you.
Yeah. All of a sudden, a fucking helicopter comes down, right? And they're like, "Oh my God, who's this? Who's coming in here?" Hey, I want to show you a video.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Texas.
As a CEO.
Yeah, I came here to fire you. That's crazy. But like I said, what you should do is like, for like yourself, if you want to like understand and start jumping down the rabbit hole and stuff. And this is why I say when what might happen is like a lot of more of our conversations just shit, like especially if we get hooked up with this other group and stuff, right, is going to turn into more, besides the fact of football and shit when that comes back, but it's going to come into more of like conspiracy thought, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's not, I'm not saying that this shit is true. I'm not saying it's false. I'm just saying it's a conspiracy.
It's also good to get to talk to other people too and see their input and
Exactly,
insight on other
because
things
then
besides just ours.
You can kick your own stuff and be like, yo, and be like, no, hold on, dude, I got proof of this. I'll show you this. And
Share ideas.
You
back
share
and forth.
ideas and stuff. Like I'm new to it too. Like, but I'm it's boring sometimes listening, because the problem is like you can sit there and listen to somebody that's actually thinking that you think that they're actually know what they're talking about, and then all of a sudden you get like right to the end of the conversation and you're like, oh, this dude is completely bullshit. Like, how the fuck did you? How can even like the whole flat Earth model? How do you think that the Earth? Okay, NASA lies. Here's the deal. The photos of the Earth are made up, right? So they're rendered on a computer, so that there's so many pictures, and what they do is they have to put all the pictures together like Photoshop, right? So a lot of times there's some smart people out there that are actually paying attention to this. Oh, it's a cat. I was gonna say, oh boy, there's a head over there. You see the cat right there?
Oh yeah.
No,
Bro, I saw a head go up, and I looked, and I said, "Oh shit!" And then I looked, and I was like, "Thank God it's a cat." But you know, they render these photos, right? And sometimes the clouds get fucked up, and you'll see the same cloud dubbed.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you look at it, you're like, "Why is it like that? That doesn't make sense. That's not nature. That's somebody doing it." But the problem is that a lot of that leaving those loopholes open allows conspiracies to live, and like for people to be like, yo, what are you hiding? Like you can go into the past and like into history, right? Easter Island, right? Easter Island. Do you know anything about Easter Island? That's the one with the
statues
with just the heads out of the ground, right?
Mm-hmm.
30 feet under that head is a body. There's a body to that head, and they've dug up a bunch of them. And the statues themselves, what they're recording like height is 30 feet from base to the top of the head.
No shit.
So all those heads, right, that are in a row, they're actually 30 feet down. So how did that happen? That wasn't done. If you're building stuff for like you know, to show like for a ritual or something like that, like, right? You're not going to bury it underground, right? So at one time, they were above ground. So the theory is that see, where recorded history goes back 5,000 years, supposedly. 5,000, around 5,000. And that was, you know, before Christ, you know, that whole time, right? But the Earth, they're saying, is over 1 point something million years old, right?
Mm.
Where's all that history from 5,000 back? We don't know. They're saying that dinosaurs were made up, right? But we have fossil records, right? Like, they find fossils for dinosaurs. They're finding fossils of, like, woolly mammoths in, like, Alaska.
Saber-toothed tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They still do.
Yeah, they still do. So, how can that be fake? That's not fake. Do you know what I'm saying? And
They have proof.
in these dinosaur bones, how do you a Tyrannosaurus Rex head, right? You find this dinosaur all together, like, you know, whatever, in the ground. How could you say that this was fake? But the problem is that we don't know. We don't know how far back actually history is, or when it was rewritten. So what people are actually looking for is not looking for what we have today. They're looking for what we were before.
You know what I was thinking? Now, right? See, the world that we're living in now,
Uh-huh.
and you're going back 5,000 years,
Uh-huh.
talking about the caveman and all that stuff with the dinosaurs.
Right. Evolution.
Now, what happens if, say, the life we're living now was back before Christ, and it just ended and then just reset?
Right. Great Reset. They said there's three
You
of
see
them.
what I'm saying?
There was three of them, they say. And the reset happened at 5,000 years ago. The latest, recent one, I meant. So
This shit's mind blowing,
It
dude.
is.
If you just think
If
about
you
it,
just,
it really
we
is.
talk about this a lot.
What if it's
Yeah.
just like a repeat, and this life that we're in is going to reset?
Exactly.
and then go back.
Exactly. So what they're saying is that there's another reset coming. Are we part of the reset? Are we going to be able? No, I'm saying able, but are we going to be in part of that reset? Especially with everything that's going on right now in the war. Do you know what I'm saying? Look, that whole shit with Trump, you know, with his 34 convictions of felonies and all this bullshit. At that same time, you know, Joe Biden told, you know, Ukraine that they can use American, British, and German weaponry to bomb civilian cities in Russia. You're gonna keep poking that fucking bear. You're gonna keep poking that bear until he fucking snaps, and then he's gonna release. And like they said, like Biden says, in a heartbeat, we can level Russia till it looks like nothing but rumble. Right? Okay. But that doesn't mean that they're not going to get off rockets.
No.
Or-
Those rockets will come in New
or-
York City.
or say all of a sudden China is like, ha ha, we've been partnered with them all this
We've been
time.
waiting for this.
I believe that.
And then all of a sudden they turn around and they say, this is what we've been waiting for.
They have
Because-
the biggest military.
and they own us, money-wise.
Mhm.
We
Yeah,
own.
but we got a lot more military bases.
Yeah,
Yeah.
America has the strongest military.
No, Britain does.
Well, yeah, they have the biggest military. They don't have the strongest. We have the most
They have the
technology.
smartest.
Well,
Because when they do that thing, when they go into different camps and they do that competition,
yeah.
British always kills the American. It's like a game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
They can sneak in on you when you go to death.
Well, our budget for the
Yeah.
military is crazy. We have like crazy technology.
Oh,
so,
we have the
yeah.
best technology.
I mean, you got to remember all
I'm
of
not
our
saying our
weapons.
military
Yeah.
sucks.
No, hell no. But what I'm saying is all of our shit is being sent to Ukraine
Which is a
to
shame.
battle
Which is a shame.
Russia. And Ukraine, like, listen,
You're letting a guy that was a friggin' actor destroy a country.
I guess it's
Basically.
about them.
Huh?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, basically. You're right.
That's all he was.
Yeah.
And people voted this guy out.
Well, they didn't have a chance. They didn't have a choice on the second time because of the war, he didn't have a re-election. He had a forced election. So basically, it's the same thing that could happen to Joe Biden. So if we go into war before before the election time, the actual election, a president's thing for an executive order for if we go into war, the sitting president of the start of the war, and if it's election time, he could just be pushed into a seat again. So at that time, like I don't know if it's four more years or if it's just being a president during the time of the war.
The problem with that is we would be friggin' all dead.
No, we'll be gone. We'll be
Yeah.
just completely gone. With all the people that we like, if you look at the border, right? With all the people that are actually coming across the border, like today, it was crazy. I was watching it in Texas, I think it was, and some guy was interviewing people that were coming across, and he was like, "Where are you guys from?" And he was like, "We're from China," and he was like, "What are you doing here?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "We're looking for freedom." He goes, "There's no freedom in China." He goes, "We're looking for freedom in work." And and then they turned around and there was a group of people, it was like 5 people from Egypt. And they were like, "Why are you coming to America? Like Egypt, why would you come to America?" "Oh, we're looking for work and better opportunities."
Well, we don't have to worry about the Egyptian people.
No, but what I'm saying is
Yeah.
the weirdest shit.
They're coming through a border.
Yeah, they're coming through Texas.
Yeah.
Like, one of the groups, right? One of the groups that came, they were sitting there and they were talking to one of the, guys that was interviewing, and he was like, "Is this Texas? Or is this Arizona?" Right? So he turns around and he goes, "What? What are you talking about?" He goes, "We're supposed to be in California." He goes, "You're in Texas." And they were like, "Oh, Texas."
Is this a dual-in-one?
Huh?
Is this the all-in-one?
No.
Oh.
No, it's just this dryer. But, that whole thing too, like, we don't know how many sleeper cells are actually here.
Oh, look at the 2 cops just got shot in New York.
Yeah, from the one that they just pardoned too. They pardoned him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From Venezuela.
Right.
And he was known to be a gang leader and killer.
Right. Well, look at that shit I posted too about he gave amnesty to 370,000 asylum seekers. At the same time, he put that thing saying that he was going to be tougher on the border.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, the tougher on the border means they're allowed to cross so many people over the border, and then they have to put a stop to it. But like the guys that are at like the border, they're like, "We are overwhelmed. There is massive lines of people," and they were showing you, because there's massive lines of people here crossing the border every day. He goes, and the one guy I was interviewing was like, "There's only 3 cops," meaning there's only 3 border patrol cops, and they're heavily armed with like fucking M60s, like they're like ready to mow down the entire whole thing. And they're like, "We have no help." Number one, if this is going to work, then you're going to have to hire more people, more cops to work here, or to help them or something. But the whole idea is like with Trump, like Trump was just in Arizona, and he was talking about everything that was going on, and you know, and like he said, listen, he says, what our problem is right at that border. He goes, and I've said it before, we need to close that border. He says, and I'm going to tell you, when I get back in, he goes, my first thing is massive deportation
Good.
of all that just
Yep.
came back into this country.
Send them back.
He
I
goes,
understand is Peru, Venezuela, they all have borders, border walls and everything.
right,
Because they don't want the Mexicans in.
right.
So why can't we have the same thing?
But here's another thing. I'm not going to say that it's all like that, but send your pieces of shit to America because we'll deal with it. So, you know, you got all these people that are
And our
coming.
crime's going up.
Yeah, exactly. Like I told Brooke the other night, she went out at 10 o'clock to walk the dog behind the buildings and shit over there. I say, don't do that shit. I was like, there's nothing good going on over there.
No.
There's no cops, there's no lights. I said, and you're walking the dog. I said, they will take the dog and break his neck. I was like, very easily. I was like, and they'll fuck you up. And then bad enough, she went out when her phone was dead. I was like, you just did so many bad things.
She go to Titan and get herself the 3-in-1 mace.
She's got
Pepper
mace.
spray.
She's got mace on her
Or
thing.
the pepper spray.
Oh, well, she's got something. She has something that she keeps on her. But that's on her keychain. She didn't take her car out. She took him out and just walked.
You need to keep one with you.
Listen,
You can't.
the problem is everybody thinks they're invincible and that nothing's going to happen to you. But the minute that something does happen to you, then you become a victim. And it's like, oh, well, you should have known better. You know? And it's like, you shouldn't be afraid to go out to walk your dog and shit. You shouldn't, especially in this town. You shouldn't. But people see things differently, and money is the king problem no matter what. Look at Bayonne. Look at all these buildings going up all over the fucking place.
Mm-hmm.
And our Democrats
Talk about it every day.
Overcrowded.
continue to push these skyscrapers, all this shit, and to get all these people in. There's so many asylum seekers here. You know what I mean? There's so many people from New York City that come here that they're not here for good for Bayonne. Bayonne used to be a family town. Used to be a family town.
Not no more.
Not no more. Now they're trying to make this like a metropolitan, like a metropolitan, like Hoboken or something. But the clientele of Bayonne isn't. You're pushing out all the old Bayonne people, replacing it with, you know, people that weren't from this town. You know, there's families here for over hundreds of years.
Oh yeah.
You know, and you're replacing them with people that are here for a couple months, a year, and then they leave and go wherever. But but here's the deal: go out and vote. You know, like I say, like I went and vote. Listen, I went there, voted for Trump, voted for all the Republicans. Dina went, did the same. The kids didn't want to do it. Whatever, that's fine. But you know, you have to go out and vote. And people don't realize that, like, you want to make change, you have to do it. And, you know, people like last election, they're like, oh, I didn't even go out and vote because, you know, we thought it was a wrap. It's never a wrap. Not with what's going
Oh,
on.
you mean the mayor vote?
Well, mayor and president,
That was
remember?
a wrap.
Huh?
It doesn't matter who was voting for her. She was.
Oh, no, yeah. Listen, the Republicans had nothing to stand on.
Yeah.
Every place that was
No, it
on...
was even a Republican. It was a Democratic and it's a Democrat. Shannon was.
No, I'm not talking about
Oh.
Sharon and the last one was Sharon and Jimmy. I'm not talking about that.
Oh.
I'm talking about right now. The vote was this week for Robert Menendez and everybody else. If it was local, not local. It was like Congress thing and the preliminary for Donald Trump. What it is basically you're just clicking off who you think you're going to vote for president, so that they can have a tally of, you know, where they know the state is leaning to, where they can.
See, they shouldn't be able to do that because they're trying to bait you in and see who you vote for.
They know though. You know what the problem is like when you register. Like say if you never when you register.
But they
vote,
shouldn't do that either.
Right.
No.
They have new machines too. It's
They
completely
shouldn't
different.
be able to tell you if you register to be Republican or Democrat.
No, but
That's your privacy.
it's your privacy. But the problem is you fall between parties, and
But
it's
that's your constitutional right.
right. But just like
They don't care.
like with the shit that just happened with Jimmy, like one of the guys from the lodge was a registered Republican voter. Now, I could, as a Republican, I could be like, listen, I want to vote for my friend. He's a Democrat. Fuck it, I'm voting for him. That counts when you go to, you know.
You can do that if you live in a city.
Yeah,
If you're,
that
if you're
counts.
president, you gotta go Republican.
Right, but you can't write on the paper and say that you're going to vote for this guy. You know how they come in, they say, can I get your
Yeah.
vote, like a promise, and this and that. And I can't write that because I'm a registered Republican.
Yeah.
So that, what I write on there is not going to mean nothing
Mm-hmm.
unless I go to the thing and actually vote you in. You know what I mean? And I'm labeled Republican, right? So
And so am I.
when I go in there and I vote, I'm voting red, right? I don't know why anybody would want to vote any more Democrats at this point of the game, but it's still the point, though. It's like you have to want to go out to do stuff, like with the last one with Biden and Trump. People are like, I didn't want to go out because Trump had it. Like, we knew Trump got it. Well, were you surprised when Biden got more votes than any other president ever?
Yeah, that's a bullshit.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How many
That
people
was
get
with the
votes?
fucking Social Securities off of dead bodies and all that
Well, Smith's
stuff.
father voted 5 times.
Right. And what about
Will
midnight?
Smith's father's been dead.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But what about at midnight? And all of a sudden
Yeah.
the counting stopped, and it stopped in the fucking states where you knew Pennsylvania, Florida, Arizona. Arizona flipped blue. Come on, bro.
Out of nowhere.
Yeah, a red state flipped blue. Close.
Yeah.
But where did those votes come? They came at 4:00 in the morning. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? Listen, they get it in the bag, but you have to show your support. Like they got the Trump train now in Jersey, in Staten Island. I'm gonna
They
get
just
some
had
money.
Yeah, I seen that.
They just,
Saw that?
Yeah.
They just had the Trump rally last weekend in Staten Island.
Yeah,
That was the last exit before you got on the outer bridge.
yeah. And you can buy all the flags again, the shirts and all that shit. He's got like so much stuff. I gotta get a new Trump flag. I want to get a MAGA hat. I'm gonna spend like 200 beans.
One guy by my house, he has a flag that says "fuck Biden," whoever the fuck voted for him.
Yeah,
He's got a hat flag flying right on his truck.
bro. One guy had a big thing in front of us that said "fuck Joe Biden" and FJB,
Mhm.
and they were fighting to get him to take it down. And
Oh, Staten Island.
yeah, and he was like, I have an American fucking flag on there with a fuck Joe Biden flag. If I have to take down the FJB flag, I have to take down the American flag. He goes, and I'm a veteran, and I will never take down that American flag.
And I'll be like, everybody that has the gay pride flag,
Mm-hmm.
gotta take their shit down.
Yeah, take all your flags down.
Yep.
Take them all down.
All these Palestinians that are flying these fucking flags, take them down.
Yeah, so many people
That's
are
fucking
into
bullshit.
supporting, you know, that. That's a whole different situation with what's going on
That's
over
next
there.
week's episode.
Yeah, well, like I said, that could go on forever, you know? And the whole shit, too, like, there's so many conspiracies with shit. And, like, one of the big things this week, too, was with the Challenger explosion, right? So, remember, all 7 astronauts died on impact, right? That was the Challenger.
Mhm.
Remember when it had all the teachers and shit on them?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was such a long time
That was a long
Yeah,
time ago.
long time ago.
But conspiracies like that, they chop up when people get more information and they start doing stuff and they bring shit up. And there was some guy who went to a court thing over in Fort Lauderdale, I think it was, you know, where they have this site where they fire the rockets, right? So he was like, and they were like, well, what are you here for? So he's showing them, you know, he put up a thing. He says, isn't it funny how the 7 astronauts that supposedly died that day, he goes, 3 of them never changed their name and they're still alive. He goes, and if you compare the pictures from the day that they died to the day that they are now, he goes, the resemblance is crazy. Then he says, when I approached NASA and everybody else about this, they said that they're twins. So he said, wait a minute, out of the 7 astronauts, you got 4 of them that are twins? He goes, wait a minute.
You gotta be identical twins.
You gotta be identical twins. He says,
Which
so
is, that's very
how
uncommon.
very, and he says, wait a minute. So out of the 7 astronauts, we have 44% of them that are identical twins? He goes, 3 of those astronauts never changed their names. They still have the same name. And one of them's teaching in a school. One of them owns a business.
Oh my God.
One of them does this. And,
Wow.
and he says, and they were like, sir, what are you trying to get at? So he was like, well, listen, he says, this is in your authority, in your area. He says, why don't you investigate this and find out what happened? He goes, I'm not saying that I wanted the astronauts dead. He goes, but what I want to know is he says, here's the deal. The astronauts perished before the internet. He goes, all this shit that's going on, like all this crap with conspiracies and everything else like that, you can't get away with it now. He says, because we have the internet and we have social media.
Right.
He says, so everything that you try to get away with, somebody's watching. And somebody's going through the internet and going through technology and finding things, you know? So, I don't know, they threw him out, and he was like, listen, he says, you're violating my First Amendment, my freedom of speech. He was like, why are you throwing me out? He goes, I'm not throwing you out, but what you're saying is irrelevant to what's going on in this area. He goes, it's irrelevant to you. He goes, but it's not irrelevant for us to find out what really happened to them, because if they didn't die, why are you saying that they were dead?
So you think it was staged?
Well, like I said, this is just conspiracy, but what they're saying is that it's possible that they never went on the space shuttle. That it was
Wow.
just fired up, they knew it was going to blow up, or they set it up to blow up, and it blew up.
But why would they make that fucking rocket explode if it just cost so much money for those rockets?
Well, supposedly that
Billions of dollars.
supposedly if you look it up, on the other side, on the flip side on that is the fact that shuttle has been used so many times that it was on its last life.
No shit.
So, you know, it wasn't the shuttle that blew up. It was the
No, it's the thing that launches it up.
yeah, it was the fuel tanks
Mm-hmm.
and the O-rings, if whatever you want to call it, and shit like that. But it's like I said, it's just conspiracy. It's not. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it's not. But it makes people think that you sit there and be like, all right, now you're telling me that that's not true, that they passed away. I get it. But now you're telling me that that person is actually his identical twin. And then when they approached, they had like interviewers go and find the girl who was a teacher because she was close to the school. And they were like, listen, we want to talk to you because your name is the same name as the woman, and you look the same as the woman that was on, the Challenger. She was like, I don't want to talk about this, and walked away.
Yeah.
So, then the guy sits there and goes, why don't you want to talk? Like, if this wasn't true, then you would say something.
She knows something that
Yeah,
nobody
or
else
they were
knows.
told to shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Because here's the deal. Before the internet and before all that technology, we had no idea. So whatever we saw on the news, that was it.
Yeah,
That's where it stopped.
That was it.
Now the problem is nowadays is that it doesn't stop. Like the NOAA satellites that go around, which also proves that the world is fucking a globe. But they go all around the world. They go geostation, whatever. That a couple of them are just positioned in space, which is weird because if you're going with gravity and movement, why aren't you moving? Then there's the other ones that go around with the planet, and then they have a deep space satellite from NOAA. That's the ones I pick up on my ham radios all the time. And that send pictures back of the Earth. And there's one guy on YouTube I follow, I think it's called something with like repairing with parts or something like that. But this guy's like a brilliant kid. He's not a kid, he's like us. He's like our age. But he has a
What are you
family.
saying, we're not kids?
No. Kids at heart. I want to go to Toys R Us. But
I don't want to never grow up.
They're
Yeah, I
not
don't
supposed to
wanna
express
grow up.
anymore.
yeah, but you know what I'm saying.
Not original. so
Yeah,
it's-
no, that's all done. But he has like he builds satellites, and he has all these computers that he hooks up, and he can actually download the information from all the satellites that are flying by. And he has like a program that shows you like where the satellites are and where his dish turns and picks up all the satellites and shit. And they download, and he puts it on a computer, and it shows the pictures that the satellite's actually taking of the Earth while it's passing. Which is pretty cool. It's like cool to look at. But, it's all these conspiracies. You know what I mean? It's all these conspiracies. And I'm interested just like seriously on the flat Earth thing because I know the Earth isn't flat, but here's the deal: they try so hard to prove you wrong, and then they get to the point where you're like, you gotta second guess yourself. You're like, God damn it, yeah, he's right, and then you gotta take yourself back and be like, nah, dude.
Like Democrats.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
Right, bastards.
yeah, and that's like
I
everything.
shouldn't say Democrats, mostly liberals.
Yeah. Or even like with our earthquakes and shit and all that crap that's happening, you know, from the heat and all that crazy stuff. Remember that crazy dude, that fighter, Ryan Garcia, I think it was. Remember he was the one that fought in the MMA thing. They said he was on drugs or some shit after the fight or something.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, he's been into these crazy conspiracy things, and he said that he was on Epstein Island, and he was invited to Epstein Island. He was explaining what happened when he was there, and he also made a prediction saying that a boat or something will happen. You know, the boat crashed into the thing in Delaware. He predicted that happening on the day, May 26th or some shit like that. So everybody's like, holy shit. And he was like, I'm touched by God. He was like, I know what's going to happen and everything else like this. He busted himself because he predicted on June 6th. Which, remember that shit with the eclipse? How they all predicted all the end of the world? They had this map, the flood map, and all the shit. We were all dying. Well, he predicted that, I think it was Los Angeles and Vegas was supposed to be hit by a crippling earthquake, bad one. And he was like, I'm telling you guys, this is what's happening. I'm predicting it, and I'm telling you it's happening. So everybody was like, well, he was right on his other predictions. Like, this guy might be right. Like, he might be seeing something. Nothing happened. So now they're like, this morning I turned on the computer and it was like, Ryan Garcia is a bust. And I was like, ooh. Now what are you going to say? You're going to say, oh, no, it was postponed? Just like the shit from, like, the eclipse, remember? They were like, oh, all this shit is supposed to happen. Like, you're going to
what's
be
that
in
thing
line.
that you waited for? What was that?
What was that?
Remember we had that episode on it?
Oh, no, dude, I got set up on that. That was the, we call it, Vatican revealing.
Oh my god.
Well,
He had a whole thing written on it.
bro, I had so much work up on that vert. Dude, what a letdown. I did so much homework.
I was like, what a bust.
Yo, what a
And all
bust.
that research.
Well, they were talking about aliens, and they were because the Vatican says that there is extraterrestrial life. They admit that, but they don't admit what it is. Meaning, like, they don't say it's spiritual.
Bust.
Well, that day was a bust. And then they were like, that Friday, they were supposed to, because what happened is you gotta remember, this was all about possessions and exorcisms and all the shit. And the last time something was changed in the Vatican was 1977 or something. So they were supposed to bring something up, saying about, like, you know, everybody was all souped up. They're like, oh my God, they're going to talk about possessions and ghosts and all this other shit. They started into that, and then what they said was, well, remember, it used to take a long time, like, for somebody to say, like, I have a supernatural event. Meaning, like, you know, I've seen a spirit in my house all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So your bishop or your priest will come first, and your bishop, and then they would say, this is credible, almost, pending review of the Vatican, the Pope, right? Because then the Pope in the Vatican sends their investigators from over there to come and witness it. So what they just came out and said is that now the bishops are not allowed to do it. Nobody's allowed to do it. It's only the Vatican. So if you have a supernatural event, there's no middleman. They have to send somebody from the Vatican to prove if you're nuts or if it's real. So that whole workup for like 2 weeks, I was so psyched. I was like, bro, this is it. And then I was like, when it released on Friday morning, and I was reading it, I was like, where's the aliens? Where's the ghosts?
He called me up Thursday night. He was like, yo, I got a whole thing for tomorrow.
Yep. I still had a whole thing for it, but it was all bust.
Every time he said something, I was like, bust.
It was such a letdown. It was such a letdown.
I would have been pissed, man.
It could have been like the greatest thing ever, and it ended up being like.
Do you have a plus button on that?
Yeah.
They should have.
I got busted. Whatever. I don't know. It is what it is. Well, whatever. We did almost 2 hours, yo. Cranking it out today.
Good shit.
Yes, sir. Got Chris back today.
I'll be back next week as well.
Chris is talking again. Look at that. Crazy.
Just don't let him out of the room.
Fuck you, Keith.
So spank that
You
ass.
know.
She had that paddle. She had him locked up.
Yeah, that's some crazy shit. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you know that you're gonna come for the podcast, what you need to do is just investigate shit. Like what we just talked about. At least if you could go home and think about that and be like, holy shit, let me look it up. And that
The stuff that I said today was just shit that came to my head, like talking about like the dreams and all that. But that's true story. Shit.
No,
You
it
know?
is. But don't stop there. Like, investigate.
No, I know that.
Like, it's very easy on your phone just to sit there and just look it up on something. Even Google search it or something. And
Yeah, I do a lot of that. It's not always that good.
it's not always that good because the information is always fucked up.
And I always do it like about before I had as I'm having a heart attack, I was Google searching what's the first signs of a heart attack. The first signs, sweating. Like
First signs, you're in it, buddy.
yeah. Like, fuck.
All right, no more talking about the heart attack shit, please.
Yeah.
Listen, it happened.
Yeah,
I know.
It's over. You're good. You know, it's just
Yeah,
something
but-
that other people should look forward to. Like, not only mean look forward, mean to look at, meaning like be proactive. You know. So, but hopefully, like I've been like, you know what's funny too? I've been following. Remember the Ghost Hunters? Remember
Mhm.
Jason and Grant
Oh, taps.
Taps? Remember that
Yeah.
Paranormal Society?
Mhm.
So Jason has his own shit now. He's by himself.
He got heavy, right? Is that the one that got heavy? Or
He
was
kinda-
that, it was
yeah.
that the other guy from the other show? Because there's one that got heavy.
Well, he's not really that
No,
heavy, but he did
that's
get
not-
bigger than when
That
he
was
was
the
at
bull
Taps.
dude, wasn't it?
No, there was another show that it wasn't called Taps. It was on like Friday nights, I think. And the guy that was used to do the show, he has another show, and he's like 20, 30 pounds heavier, and like
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. But I've been watching a couple episodes and stuff like that, and Jason's good because like he started Taps. He started the Ghost Hunters, and he goes and does research on a lot of these places and stuff. And what I like about their like investigations is it's really front forward. A lot of these guys go on these investigations and they use these spirit boxes and all this shit. And I really don't like that shit because it's just like a ham radio and it's scanning channels. And then they use these programs that are made from Apple iTunes Store, that like to talk to the dead. Come on, bro, it's from Apple. You know what I'm saying? And it's somebody making it. And what they do is they put in word banks, and they put like 1,500 words or whatever it is in there, and it randomly pulls words out. So it's like it could land on a word that you're actually dealing with something, and they say something like, "Oh my God, yeah, he was an asshole." You know what I'm saying? The word asshole came up.
he was a bitch.
This guy was an asshole. But it's fake shit. Like, but with the Jason, he goes out with a really cool video recorder, and it's got like all the things in it, like the thermal scan and all that shit. Like if you've seen stuff, but that's all he uses. And that thermal camera, he has like another one that another guy who's with him, like the one I was just watching.
Yeah, because it shows the temperature drop in the room.
Yeah, like that, and it has an audio boost. It's probably like a fucking $10,000 camera.
Easily.
And it's small, and he holds it, and it's linked to the other one. So I guess it's Bluetooth, and then he has the thing. So they walk around with headsets plus the cameras. They walk like one leads and one follows, and this and that, and they'll like the conversations you can hear and shit is like clear, and they can amplify the sounds that they're hearing. So if like they're walking, he's like, "Yo, did you just hear that?" Yeah, hold on. Puts the volume up. Oh shit. Oh, okay. All right. And it's just stuff like that. Like I like that because that's like for me, like when I used to do that when I was in college, that's how it was. I mean, we didn't have any of that shit. We just had eyes and a recorder. But, you know, that's like kind of a hunt. Like you're going into a dark area, and it's completely dark. Like he can only see through the camera.
They had them rods. What are them rods called?
Oh no, I didn't know rods, bro. Looking for water. I mean,
Oh,
seriously,
it's-
are you thirsty, bitch?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Big draws,
Yeah.
poster, and all that
yeah,
shit.
Yeah. No, you look for water.
We got
You
scammed
thirsty?
in
I'm
Virginia.
thirsty. Huh?
We went to a house
You got scammed.
and we got scammed with them stupid things.
Scouting rods.
Yeah, Keith was like, I want one. Okay. He was going through the whole house, nothing happened. I'm like, scam.
The problem is like you got to put them. The dowsing rods, you have to put them in your hand. And you have to like leave them
Yeah.
completely like resting on your hands, and I've never seen them work either. Like I've seen them plenty of times. I've never seen them work. Like some people actually get it so that they fucking cross. Like you know, it's a lot of that shit's a scam. You know what I mean? A lot of the ghost things are a scam. It's a feeling, like an experience. You might experience something,
It's like entertainment.
but it goes to another thing. It's like your spirit is experiencing that moment. But say if he goes into the room after me and he's on a different level of shit, he might
Mhm.
not experience nothing. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it goes, you know? So I don't know. Well, we got a lot more to talk about next week, and we'll see how this goes.
The next chapter.
The next chapter, that'll be episode 19.
Don't forget by next week.
What? Nah, dude, I'm the one that sits here and records all this shit.
I think he's talking about me.
Oh, this one you know about?
Oh, I said you forget about the episode.
Oh yeah, no, I'll forget about that. Yeah. And we're doing good on the things, man. Now that I switched the app, bro, we're actually doing really well, like on views, which is good. You know, that and the fact that I'm blasting it out to everybody, putting it on TikTok as much as I can. You know,
Tic Tac.
social media. I also made new shirts. I just didn't. I gotta figure a way to do the screens because I'm gonna have to do them outside now, because I can't get behind that washing machine. It's too high. So
Where's the washer at?
it's by the bathroom.
Right
It's
in
in
the
the thing.
bathroom.
Oh.
But the problem is, it's so much higher now than
It's
the
a
one
new
that
one.
we had. So I can't reach over no more to
Right.
fucking change the valves. So now I have to take the pressure washer out of there and put it in the backyard and do my screens at nighttime like a bum, where there's no light out, so I can blow the screens out. Sucks.
Like a bum.
Yeah.
Bum.
But I made a new front and a new back, and I have a whole bunch of shirts and shit in there, and I'm gonna make a lot of shirts, so that is more advertisement. And on the back, remember I made it a while ago. It has that guy, and it's "Get Me Out of Here." You know how the fucking.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I made a shirt, and it has a guy like in a straight jacket, and
I
you know,
remember that.
because that's like our thing is a straight jacket, and you know,
I mean, you made so much stuff, so I
Yeah.
probably just
Yeah.
overlooked it and I realized that it was.
yeah, I made a couple shirts. I didn't make many,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna make a lot of shirts and give them out to the kids and whoever else wants shirts just to wear them. Because on the back, I also put a scan, a barcode scan. So when you scan it, it comes up as our podcast on YouTube, and it comes up on our podcast. Is that still recording?
Yeah, it is.
Oh shit! Yeah, baby.
We
2
got-
hours.
We got a long time out of it.
We got a long time out of that bitch, and I haven't charged it in like a week. I just plugged it in like at 5 o'clock today, but
You charged it for last week.
yeah, I know. I totally forgot it. Fuck. But like I said, it goes to that, and it goes to our Podbean application, so that you could watch.
My
you
tummy
listen to it.
hurts.
Your tummy hurts. Well, we're wrapping this up, and you could take your tummy somewhere else.
I know that was random, but
Random as
Just
fuck.
say you had to take a shit.
I got, yeah. Like he said it.
And the best. Yee-haw. All right, guys. So have a good week, and we'll
We're
see
going
you
to
next
Hometown Fair tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm taking Noah in the morning to at 10 o'clock to see Furiosa.
Oh,
The Mad
nice.
Max
Yeah.
movie.
That's
I want
supposed
to.
be-
I want to see it. in
That
the
sounds
movies.
pretty good.
Yeah, I want to see it in the movies. It's been
Let
out
me know.
like 2 weeks, yo. So I was like, and I bought the tickets tonight, and I bought the tickets for 10:10 in the morning, and fucking packed theater. And they're saying it's not making money. I'm like, bro, 2
You're full of
weeks,
shit.
and it's still packed,
Yeah.
bro. Something's wrong there. Somebody's not doing the math right.
The Democrats.
Goddamn Democrats piss
They're
me
voting
off.
you. They're voting you.
Yeah. Yeah, and then afterwards I'm gonna go to the gym and I'm gonna walk up.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend like an hour or two up there. There's not gonna be much shit. You know?
No, it's more like bending and all that
Yeah,
shit.
just walk up and down a couple times and then I'm going home. I'm gonna take it easy. Work Sunday's gonna be a bitch, I can already tell, so
Yeah.
get some time to
Fucking
relax.
10 people, 10 to 15 people call out every Sunday.
I'll do the same with mine
Fucking
too.
bullshit.
Sunday sucks.
But Thursday when it comes, everybody's there.
Oh yeah, of course.
I can't tell you.
Thursdays
because
usually paydays.
I can't tell. I haven't been to work, so.
Oh,
Fuckers.
you'll be going to work soon, bitch.
I don't know how you stayed out that long, bro. I'm fucking going insane.
Playing Call of Duty.
No. I was over my PlayStation out the window.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. It gets crazy, like being the repetition bullshit. Like,
The only thing that's good about it is I caught up on a lot of sleep.
yeah.
Shit,
But
I
the
was
problem
fucking-
is that your body's gonna crash again because you're going back to work and
No, because I've been getting up at 5 o'clock.
oh, so then
I mean,
you're used to it.
yeah.
Yeah. But you're
Yes.
going to sleep earlier.
No, I went to bed at 11 o'clock last night.
Okay, so you're
It
getting
was
back on
like
your
5:30
schedule.
this morning.
Yeah, so it's your schedule.
So then yesterday it killed me because I was up at, I went to bed at 10. I was up at 11:30, 12:30, 1:30, 2:30.
Oh damn, what the hell's wrong with that?
Because I didn't want to miss my alarm to get the ride to the stress test.
Oh,
they
I'd
came
be
and
at
picked
6
you up?
o'clock in the morning.
They came and picked you up?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it came at 5:05.
Oh shit.
I woke up at 3 o'clock.
Oh, you have to do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I'm fucking wide awake. I won't be able to go to sleep till
Well,
like
you
at least
took a
2.
fucking monster,
Well, I had, yeah, that too.
and you'll be on the game until 3 o'clock.
And I had a coffee.
Oh, damn! You really
I'll be
risking
like
it.
this right now.
That's my daily routine. I
Right.
have a coffee, but then I have this break,
Yeah.
and I drink the Pure Leaf unsweetened teas,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
which is like no sugar or anything.
yeah.
I have one of those. I love those things. Those things are good.
Dude, I buy like
It's like black tea, whatever it is.
I buy tons of Liquid Death, and I mean,
And seltzer. I drink seltzer.
yeah. So Liquid Death is basically like seltzer. It's
Mhm.
bubbled water, but it's like I drink that, and then I have either a Monster or a Red Bull, whatever I can get my hands on, and that's my day, you know, and that's what gets me through the day,
Oh yeah, me too.
you know. And then when I get home, it's Crash City. It's like.
I don't
Yeah, here he goes. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't got out of. I haven't gone to work.
I did have a Poland Springs. I think the Poland Spring flavored water, but I think it was salsa.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Seltzer. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really good. It's
I mean,
lemon.
Flavored seltzer water.
The lemon is really good.
They had like 14 different flavors on water.
Yeah.
I'm like, let me try one of these.
Yeah, they are good.
I was like, wow. I was like,
Seltzer's good. It's just bubbles. It's carbonation.
I like it because if you eat like something like pasta or something and you drink
Yeah.
that,
Well,
it helps with the
Digest it.
digestive.
no,
it down.
it breaks down the acid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that.
You don't get. I don't.
Yeah, you
wouldn't
don't
ask
have
it
acid
over.
reflux. Yeah, heartburn.
acid reflux.
Just goes right away. It helps you burn.
Especially if you eat from a place that don't know how to make pasta sauce.
Yes.
Like,
That too.
no, that's me all the time, so it doesn't matter.
That's gonna be me in 20 minutes.
Oh,
I could-
get you out of my
I
house.
could do, I could do
I gotta
that.
go home.
I could do that just eating a cheeseburger sometimes. Are you kidding me?
I gotta let him go. He's crossing his fucking legs.
All right.
All right. So you know what? We'll see you guys next.